Good morning, everyone. As I get the logos off the screen, what's going on? This is Chris, IMTM Worldwide Radio. This is Around the ATL Side Notes, the Atlanta Hawks 2023 season. And today we're going to talk about game numbers 82. So before I get started, thank you again for NBA.com for providing the highlights for today's show. So first of all, obviously, thanks for everybody who's watching this morning, or if you watch later in the afternoon or next week, whenever. Make sure you still get a chance to subscribe to the IMTM Worldwide Radio page for future shows. And if you want to watch some of the past episodes, make sure you subscribe to that page, hit the notification button. You can follow on Facebook, Instagram, as well, IMTM Worldwide Radio. You can follow myself on Twitter, Intellect ATL, also my co-host, Jordan23 ATL on Twitter, but make sure you follow on Twitter for sure. I'm on there all the time, literally. Today's show is brought to you by IMTM Worldwide Images. If you know one person on the planet Earth that needs a photo shoot of some sort, let me know. Go to imtmworldwideimages.com, or you can go to IMTM Worldwide Images 1 on Instagram and follow me there. So what are we doing today? So first of all, if this is your first time watching Around the ATL, I have two programs, actually. One is the 2-hour show where we go through all of Georgia and Atlanta sports. We talk about the Hawks, the Falcons, the Braves, Atlanta Dream, Atlanta United, the new team, Atlanta Vibe, even though their season is already over, but we talk about them. We talk about college sports, UGA, Georgia Tech sometimes, Georgia State, Albany State, Clark, whoever. If you're in the state of Georgia, in this sports, we're talking about it, okay? So definitely, again, go back and watch some past episodes over the last 4 years or so. We also do interviews. If you watch the Hawks, you know Bob Rathman does television broadcasts. You know Steve Holman does the radio. We've had both of them on numerous times over the years. Not this year so far. We're going to wait until the beginning of the 2024 season. We'll ask them to come on for that. We've had Jerome Jurinovich on, the host of Hawks Live and Braves Live for so many years. We've had Marvin Freeman, former Atlanta Braves pitcher, on the show. We've had Dominique Wilkins, Hall of Famer Dominique Wilkins on the show. Former Atlanta Hawks John Collins was on the show before. We've had so many people on the show. It's crazy. So again, if you love Atlanta sports, Georgia sports, definitely Around the ATL is a show you should pay attention to. So today, Game 82 of the Atlanta Hawks 2023 season. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I started this series on Around the ATL Side Notes. Side Notes is one topic at a time with the play-in game. So if you missed that, go back and watch the show that's titled Around the ATL Side Notes Trae Young. In that show, I did the play-in game, okay? It's about the hour and 20 mark of that particular show. So go watch that. I did every shot that the Chicago Bulls made in that particular game. It's very interesting. You should go check it out. But today, we're going to go and talk about game 82, the last game of the regular season against the Indiana Pacers, where the Hawks gave up 157 points. And as I go through the games this season, what I'll be doing is going through the final score, obviously, the point differential of that score, the best three players on the other team and what they did, what everybody on the Hawks did that particular game. I'm going to go over points in the paint given up, second chance points given up, three-point percentage given up, fast break points given up as well. Okay. I also have added something, and you'll figure it out if you watch the whole show today. By the way, remember that play-in game. This is one thing I do want you to remember during this show. That play-in game, the Hawks gave up 72 points in the paint and 42% from three. Okay. So as I go through this Pacers game, I want you to think about this Pacers game and how it turned out and how it translated over to that one play-in game as well. All right. So keep that in mind. So let's get started. Again, don't forget, subscribe to the IMTN Worldwide Radio YouTube page. Do it right now. Take a couple seconds and boop, boop, whatever. So I want to make a statement. It's going to be controversial. Okay. Oh, and just a reminder, one more thing before I get started. The reason I'm going through all these games is because of the premise that has been perpetrated by people in Atlanta, sports media in Atlanta primarily, and then half of the rest of the world, but not everybody, but a lot of people, is that the reason that the Hawks lose every game is solely because of Trae Young and his defense. Nobody else has to do their job. Just Trae Young is supposed to stop everybody, all 12 players on the opposing team. It's all Trae Young's fault, okay? So that's the main reason I'm going through each game this season, okay? I'm going to highlight also a couple of wins where you got players dropping 40, 50, 60, 73 points. I'm going to show some of those games as well. But before I get started, I want to make a statement. It's controversial. It's probably the only controversial thing I'll ever say on this show. In the 40 years that I've played basketball, I've never blamed another man for not doing my job on the court. It's never even come to my mind to do that. Okay. There's a lot of people out there that I see and I hear and I see what they post and I hear what they say. I would never want to play basketball with that person. Why? Because these people are basically saying that they'll sacrifice points on the basis of them not being able to do their job and blame it on everybody else except for them. If I get screened, I'm not gonna be able to trust that guy to pick up my man. It's not gonna happen. If I pop out to try to help somebody, my man's gonna go free. Nobody's gonna pick him up. If a guy simply loses his man and someone has to pick up on him, and that person that picks up decides to say, hey, okay, I got your help, but that guy happens to be the smallest guy on the court, you're not going to try to get back. You're just going to let what happened happen. I think that's absurd. I think that's just crazy. And on the street court, that usually gets you not picked the rest of the game because it's obvious you ain't really trying that hard. You're going to blame other people for not doing your job on all aspects, even if it actually isn't somebody else's fault. It's your fault. You turned your back on your guy and someone backdoor you. You turn your back on your guy, and now all of a sudden the center is on the 5-foot point guard. Over the decades of the NBA, there have been hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of players that are quote unquote short in stature, but they were never expected to stop the bigs of their time, whether it be Bill Russell or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or Patrick Ewing or Shaq or whoever. Damon Stoudemire didn't think that he was going to block nobody's shot. Alonzo Mourning? He was supposed to stop Alonzo Mourning? Muggsy Bogues? He played 15 plus years. Spud Webb? He was supposed to stop Patrick? Right? Steve Nash, all these players. Allen Iverson, all these players. Doesn't matter who it was. But Trey's supposed to stop Joel and the Joker and Sabonis and Turner and Porzingis. And the crazy thing about this whole premise, oh, well, he's getting targeted every night. That ain't even true. It just isn't. It just ain't. Of course, there's going to be sometimes that it happens. You get screened, you get picked. But here's the part of this that makes me just so upset about it. And I'll use myself as an example as well. If for whatever reason, my point guard somehow is on my guy, let's just say whatever the reason it happens, I'm not going to leave my man out to dry. If I got seriously picked, let's say somebody didn't call out Pitt coming, Chris, right, left, whatever. And I get, boom, I'm stopped. So now point guard is on my man. The biggest guy on the court is my responsibility. But now all of a sudden the point guard is on him. I'm not leaving him like that. I'm either, if they didn't take advantage of it immediately, switch back, calling it out. Hey, I got him. Or you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to double. Boom, I got your help. Boom. Now, they got to make a decision. Are they going to still try to shoot the ball over me and another player that's right next to him, possibly lose the ball? Or is he going to get the ball out and try to reset the offense and try to catch us not being able to rotate back on our man? See, that's all part of the job. And if you just don't want to do the job, don't play basketball. And there's too many people out here in the world that just don't play basketball, have never played basketball. And if you do play basketball, you're not playing no team basketball at all because you're being selfish, because you don't want to do your job on the guys that somebody else ain't doing their job when it's actually just you. It's actually just you. And I'm going to show that tonight, this morning, more so than ever before. This Pacers game is perfect for showing this, okay? So that all being said, let's get into it. So I forget the date, but the Hawks' last game of the regular season was against the Indiana Pacers. The score was 157-115, okay? Now, myself, I questioned that Trey shouldn't even play this game. We were going to play Chicago no matter what. Didn't matter. I don't think he should have played. I think he should have took the game off, just like Clint took the game off. But whatever, okay? The Indiana Pacers scored 157 points. They had 80 points in the paint, 20 second chance points, 26 fast break points, 52% from three, 65% from the floor for the game, 48-minute game. This didn't go into overtime. Top three players for the Pacers, Turner had 31 and 12 on 13 from 17 from the floor. That's 76%. Siakam had 28 points, 13 from 18. That's 72%. TJ McConnell had 17 on 7 from 11 shooting from the floor. That's 63%. By the way, one thing about giving up points in a game and whether or not a player is responsible for points or not, sometimes your opposing player ain't really taking a lot of shots. So sometimes you don't give up a lot of points just because your player ain't really trying to do a whole bunch. I'll show that in this particular show as well, okay? For the Hawks, DJ had 32. He was killing it, 13 and 19 from the floor for 68%. Bogey had 18 points. He was 6 for 15 from the floor for 40%. Trey had 12 points on 4 of 9 shooting. He didn't really shoot a lot that game. He had 12 assists, though. Kumo G had 19 on 6 from 11 shooting. Hunter was 0 for 6 points and 2 boards. Bruno had 12 points. Garrison, 6 points. AJ had 8 points. Kobe had 2 points. Bitt and Trent did play in the game, but they both had 0 points. Okay. 3 things, well, maybe 3 things that I want you to pay attention to as I go through this game. Again, how things translate over to the Bulls game that we lost, okay, where the Bulls had 72 points in the paint and shot 42% from three. Okay. That no adjustments were made in this Pacers game or the Bulls game. Stay with your man no matter what. There's no reason for you to not be on your man. None. The Hawks created a lot of their own mismatches this game. You'll see that. Also, make sure you blame Trey for every shot that the Pacers made. Every shot. Gotta say it out loud. So let's go. First quarter. By the way, I'm going through every made shot. Not all the misses that the Pacers had, just the made shots. Okay. Which in this game, obviously, they didn't miss a whole heck of a lot, unfortunately. But that's what we're going to be doing today. And I think I have them all. So let's see if I can cue up the first shot. So that looks yellow. That looks like the court of the Pacers. So what I'm going to do is what I did the last show. I'm going to kind of lead you into it, and then I'm going to let you watch it, and then we can comment. By the way, the comment section is open. I forget about it sometimes. So if you have a comment about anything as I go through, type it in. I'll see if I can catch it live. All right. So first shot. So Hunter has Siakam on this particular possession. Bruno has Turner. Murray has Halliburton. Trey has Nembhard. Bogey has Nesmith. Siakam is going to pass to Turner. He immediately loses Hunter, who for some reason leaves his man. Don't know why. Turner passes it to Holly. Bogey also has left his man open in this particular spot. Turner fakes a screen. By the way, something else to pay attention to. There were a lot of non-screens in this game. Okay? They were all ghost. There were a lot of ghost screens. And the reason I say that now is that read and recognition matters when you're playing basketball. Okay? And if you don't know how, someone needs to be teaching you. There's no reason to commit when there's nothing to commit to. Stay with your man. But anyway, I'm just talking basketball now. Anyway, Turner fakes a screen. Murray is beaten through. Bruno, of course, because he moves up instead of staying with his man. Hunter could have stopped the ball in that case, but instead, Holly passes to Turner, gets a layup. Bruno takes a bad angle. Instead of getting in front of Turner, stays on the side of it. He avoids him almost. Okay. So here's the first shot of game 82.
Halliburton leaves it off for Turner, goes inside the basket, and a foul.
Oh, I forgot it was an and one on top of that. All right. So that's the first shot of the game. You want to see it again? Let's see it again, just in case y'all missed it.
Halliburton leaves it off for Turner, goes inside the basket, and a foul.
We're only talking milliseconds. But that millisecond of Turner actually not stopping to actually set a real screen, Murray was technically still with his man. He was a little behind him, but he's still with him. But Bruno made the commitment prior to anything. He just said, I'm going to do this no matter what. And that's what our bigs do. That's what they do. And when you watch that Bulls game, you'll see that a lot. Okay? Gave up 72 points in the paint. Watch that game. Okay? That was the first shot of the game. Blame Trey on that one for sure. Second shot. So Bruno loses the ball in this case, got a fast break for the Pacers. Nobody stops the ball. Something else that's fundamental. Stop the doggone ball. But we don't ever do that, though. Murray and Hunter are back. Nesmith passes over to Halliburton, who has gotten past Hunter in this case. Holly passes to Siakam, who is cutting down the middle. Murray comes in, but Siakam lays the ball up on, you can take your pick, Hunter or Murray. But let's take a look at that second shot, first quarter.
The third-year player out of Duke has been sensational this year for him. That ball stripped away. Here comes Indiana.
It may have been stripped away by Miles Turner. I like it. I love it.
Now, this is very early in the game. However, do you let him lay it up like that? I know it's an early foul, but at least risk getting a charge, possibly swiping the ball, something. But that didn't happen. All right. We'll also blame Trey on that one. Obviously, that's an obvious one right there, right? Third shot of the game. Now, for some reason, and here's another thing. There should be never a reason where, okay, there's something called assignments. Now, in pickup ball, sometimes you have a few minutes where you see who let's say you got picked up. Let's say I got picked up. And I ask the question, so who's on the team? Who's on the team? And they say him. Okay, who we playing? Okay, maybe I got in there late or whatever, got to the gym late. And they start pointing out. So I'm looking, I'm like, oh, okay, so who y'all want? Now, sometimes that don't happen. Sometimes it's just a matter of stick who's sticking you, right? But sometimes you say, okay, yeah, that's the biggest guy on the other side. I'll make sure that he don't score, right? There should be never a time at that point that you're never on your guy. Because if not, you're automatically setting up for failure because now the person that you're supposed to be guarding, somebody else is. And usually it's a mismatch. There's no way in the world I'm letting the 6'6", 280-pound guy be guarded by my 5'7" point guard who's 18 years old, 20 years younger than me. I'm not letting that happen. We're coming up the court, I'm on my man. I'm not floating around la-di-dee, la-di-da, like Pee-wee's Playhouse or whatever. I'm making sure I'm on my man. Throughout the whole possession, we play with clock, by the way. Throughout the whole possession, I'm on my guy. And even if I get picked or whatever, I'm getting back on my guy because I'm either fighting through the screen or I'm not allowing the screen to happen because I'll hedge. Third shot of the first quarter. For some reason, Bogey is on Siakam. Where is Hunter? I don't know. Trey is on Nembhard. Murray has Halliburton. Bruno has Turner. Hunter has Neesmith. Okay. Now, in this particular play, Halliburton is pointing towards Turner because for some reason, Bruno is looking at Siakam, as is Murray. Siakam drives on Bogey in the paint. Murray comes down, not to double though, just comes in the paint. That leaves Holly open. Siakam passes to Holly. Holly passes to a wide open Turner because, again, Bruno is also not really where he needs to be. Guess what? Turner hits a wide open three. But let's blame Trae Young on this one, too. Here we go. Where's my cursor? There it is.
On Friday in Cleveland, it was the Cavaliers leading most of the way. Turner, catch, shoot, his three, perfect.
They're playing a Miles Turner game right now.
I'm going to play that again. By the way, Miles Turner had 30-plus points in this game. Are you starting to see why already? Here we go.
On Friday in Cleveland, it was the Cavaliers leading most of the way. Turner, catch, shoot, his three, perfect.
They're playing a Miles Turner game right now.
When you absolve yourself from doing your job just because, Bogey got him, whoever coming up the floor, but if you're supposed to be the best defender on the team, you're supposed to be on the guy who's probably going to be getting the ball a lot. Remember, in this particular game, Halliburton wasn't shooting a lot. I told you at the beginning of this show how many shots that Halliburton took this game. He was just passing the ball. Okay? And sometimes you can tell at the beginning of the game what a person's inclination is going to be or whatever. Not all the time. But you can tell that the bigs of the Pacers were getting the ball all the time. And nothing was done to adjust for that. That was third shot. Let's blame Trey. Fourth shot, Halliburton has beaten Murray. Turner is down the floor, so Bruno doesn't have a man, so he moves in front of Holly. Hunter isn't looking at Siakam. Nobody is seeing Turner streaking up the court. Nobody says nothing. What is one of the things I talk about all the time in my Sunday night basketball videos? Communication. Who has who? What's going on? Here comes the screen, Chris. Whatever. Chris, we got your back. You're by yourself. We got your back. In case somebody is really fast, they get around me. They got the switch. It's coming. See, that's teamwork. When you just absolve yourself and be like, whatever happens, happens. Where was I? Nobody says anything. Hunter is still watching the ball as Siakam cuts to the basket, but Halliburton passes to a wide open Turner who hits another three. Let's blame Trey on the fourth shot of game 82 of the 2023 regular season.
Come up with the ball, and I don't know how he got his hands on it. Miles is wasting no time letting it go.
Want me to play that one more time? I'll play it real quick.
Come up with the ball, and I don't know how he got his hands on it. Miles is wasting no time letting it go.
What does Dominique always be saying? You gotta know where your man is. You gotta know your personnel. Right? This ain't even about knowing your personnel. You're supposed to be on your man. Always being on your man limits what the other team can do. When you're never on your guy, it's wide open for the other team. And the NBA knows this is the status quo of the Atlanta Hawks. We don't have no defensive discipline. And if you don't have enough players on your team that have that, and you don't have nobody on the coaching staff bringing this out, no adjustments were made. Look at the scores. It's not cool, y'all. They shot 80% in the paint and 52% from three. That was just the fourth shot of the game, folks, okay? Now, fifth shot. Siakam has the ball across half court. Hunter is on him. Murray has Holly. Bruno has Turner. Bogey has Neesmith. Trey Nembhard. Siakam dribbles to the right side, then posts up Hunter and hits a shot. Pretty simple. That's the fifth shot.
Again, the Pacers 3-0 in the season series against the Hawks. Siakam right over the top, and he scores, and it's 13-2.
All right. There's that. Sixth shot. I mean, nothing really to say on that one. I mean, it is what it is. Sixth shot. Holly has the ball. Murray has him. Bogey has Neesmith. Bruno has Turner. Hunter, Siakam, Trey Nembhard. Holly goes around. Another fake screen from Turner. Now, Murray could have just cut inside, beat Holly to the spot. Okay, this is basketball I'm talking about now. Bruno also sees this, could have just stayed with his man and not allowed the fake screen. Instead, he again moves up on Holly, leaving Turner wide open. Holly passes to Turner, jump shot good. First of all, isn't it cool to have a center that can hit a 10-foot jumper or a floater or off the square of the backboard? It's cool to have that, right? Or a three-pointer. Saw Porzingis last night, didn't you? But anyway, here's the sixth shot of the game.
With the Terrapins.
Yeah, he's that third center. You already alluded to the other two being out.
11 in the first quarter.
Pick and pop. Pick and pop. When was the last time we had somebody who could do that? Horford? Pick and pop. But we just gonna keep Clint till he's 50 years old because it don't matter that he can't pick and pop or hit in the post or hit a 15-foot jumper or hit free throws or a three-pointer, finish inside. It don't matter. It don't matter. But everybody else in the league can have that though because it's cool. Also, blame Trey on that one too, obviously, right? You scroll down here. Seventh shot. This is just a seventh shot of the first quarter. There was a lot of shots in that first quarter. Remember, they scored 157 points in the game. We're just getting started. Seventh shot. Holly has the ball. Bruno is on him after an apparent switch. Now, one thing about how the shots are listed on NBA.com, of course, it's not giving you the whole game. So, and I definitely didn't have time to try to pull that context-wise. So I say an apparent switch, okay? Murray has Turner now. Nobody talks. So when Murray leaves Turner to, I guess, double Holly, can't confirm that. Remember, Bruno had Halliburton. So Turner now drives to the basket. Holly passes it to Turner. Now Bruno actually gets back on Turner. Turner drives and misses. Okay. However, nobody's blocking out. Remember, the other thing that we don't do on the Hawks is block out. Again, we gave up 80 points in the paint. it's translated over to that Chicago Bulls game. Go watch it. Go watch my show on Around the ATL as I break that down. Okay, go watch it. Hunter sees the ball, but again, doesn't know where Siakam is, and Siakam slams it. Dunk. Siakam is Hunter's guy. Ball goes up in the air, you got to find your man, put a body on him, arm, something. 7 shot, here we go.
Bounces now to Turner. He's going to work. Turner missed it.
Oh, Siakam came to get it.
This is very annoying, by the way, because you got to listen to the Pacers announcers this whole time. It's terrible. But anyway, let's play it one more time just so you can catch it.
Bounces now to Turner. He's going to work. Turner missed it.
Oh, Siakam came to get it.
But let's blame Trey for not blocking out somebody else's man. In this case, we can say that, but really we need Hunter to do that because that's his job. That is his job right then and there. Block your man out. Because we can say, oh, well, Trey didn't even try getting away and stuff. You can say that. But was he going to stop Siakam? Hunter has a little bit more of a propensity to be able to do that because Hunter ain't no small dude. Right? Or am I wrong? 8th shot. Fast break. Someone passes the ball to Nembhard. Trey has him. Siakam has gotten ahead of Hunter, but Nembhard doesn't pass it. Could have. Siakam gets a post pass and drives on Hunter, lays it up. But, you know.
Matthews, so.
And only recently got Young back. Oh, play the big man game. Siakam.
So what was Trey supposed to do in that particular case? First of all, it's not his man. Is it? Again, is Trey supposed to stick the other 12 players on the other team? Because it's not just the starting 5, it's the players off the bench. Okay? Everybody is going to give up some points, but the why of giving up points is really the issue at hand. There's going to be times where Trey is going to have somebody that's taller than him or stronger than him or whatever, but it's not the whole game. It just isn't. And those times where it sometimes happened, why did it happen? Did they actually switch somebody on him? Did they switch Porzingis on Trey? Or was Trey on somebody simply because somebody didn't get back down the court and now Trey has to pick up open man? Which is the job, but why is there an expectation now that he's supposed to stop that man who is obviously bigger than Trey? We didn't do that with Jeff Teague. We didn't do that with Jason Terry. We didn't do that with Dennis. It's just Trey, though. Strange to me. 9th shot of the game. Holly brings the ball up. Murray has him. Turner, again, acts like he is setting a screen. Holly drives, beats Murray, drives all the way to the bucket, and lays it in. Now, Bogey did make an attempt to get the ball. He misses it. Yes, Trey could have stepped in and maybe they call a charge, maybe fouled him. But if he had left his man, Holly would have passed to Neesmith. Again, you got to try to stay with your man. If you get beat, you get beat, okay? Sometimes it is like that. This is basketball. But you don't give the team an easier route to score by just oblong leaving your man all the time. That's not how you're supposed to do it. There's times to do things and times not to do things. You just basically had to hope Murray could stop Holly one-on-one. But again, we'll blame Trey for getting beat, I guess. So here's a nice shot of the first quarter.
Because he got his hands on one for a steal and got his hands on that one.
Yeah, he's 7th in the league in steals.
Sorry, Parker.
He did not.
He won't get this.
Now, that was one of the 10 shots that Halliburton took the whole game. He was 5 of 10 for the game. That was just him coming up the court and went all the way to the basket. How is that Trey's fault? Again, Trey gave some points up, and certainly some other players gave up some points today. I actually will list that at the end of the show. But how is that Trey's fault? Why are we blaming Trey for Murray getting beat? That's his man. That's his man. The whole game, that's his guy, unless Halliburton not on the floor, and then he got to pick up somebody else. But why is you as a man would say, well, the reason I let him get by me all the way to the cup was because of Trae Young. It's not real manly to me. I just 10th shot. Siakam has the ball. Murray is on him. For some reason, he's on Murray. I mean, he's on Siakam. Not sure why. He passes the ball to Halliburton. Trae has Halliburton. Siakam proceeds to fake yet another screen. Trae stays with his man, but Murray, for some reason, comes up. Meanwhile, watch this. Who's bogey guarding? Now, Kumo G is in the game at this point. He also loses his man for a second, then comes to him to the three-point line. Smith, who's in the game at this point, jabs, then shoots a three and hits it. Okay, this is a 10th shot of the first quarter.
Siakam with 10 to shoot. Into the corner to Jalen Smith. And Smith fires a three and hits.
Now, that possession was going all right despite Siakam not having who was supposed to be on him. But then Jalen Smith just jab steps a three. Now, we can say, well, Kumo G is a rookie and everything like that, but Gay does have length. Did he really contest that shot to the best of his ability? I don't know. I mean, you know. And again, none of this is going to be quote unquote attacking people, but this is just talking about doing your job on defense as good as you can. They got 157 points on us, though, folks. It came from somewhere. And one player didn't give up 157 points. No one player has ever given up 157 points or 130 points like the Bulls scored on us, or whatever the total amount that the Hawks give up each game, which they gave up 120 points average for the season. One player is not responsible for that, which is another reason why I'm doing this, because I swear people don't watch no games. You don't go to games. You don't watch any games. You don't listen to the games on the radio. You do nothing. You just listen to what the pundits out there keep saying. And as I will continue to say, opinion is not fact, no matter how many times you say the opinion. Back your stuff up, all right? 11th shot. And I'm gonna quicken the pace a little bit here in a little bit, because there's a lot of shots I got to go through, unfortunately. The 11th shot of the first quarter. Now, in this case, Trae has Nembhard up top. Mo G has Siakam. Siakam, again, fakes a screen, okay? Mo G is looking at Nembhard whole time, though, instead of staying with Siakam. Not sure why. Instead of committing and moving up on Nembhard and Trae stays on Siakam, Mo G backs off. Nembhard steps back for a three. Watch these shots. Pacers do that a lot. And nobody from the Hawks bench is saying anything because there are no adjustments. That's how you know. Because if somebody was saying something, there would be an adjustment. That's what you do. Even playing pickup ball, there are adjustments. Hey, we need to switch. I can't handle him. Hey, when he gets here, we need a double. We can't let this one player beat us. By the way, there are no doubles in this game. Nobody doubles anybody. If it's an appearance of a double, it's not a real double. It's a fake double. I don't know if I should double or not. I'm going to hesitate for a split second. In NBA, a split second will kill you. Millisecond will kill you, right? I don't know if I should move. Where am I at? Shot number 11.
Put him to switch.
Here's a three by Nembhard.
Do it again.
Put him to switch.
Here's a three by Nembhard.
Can't do that. And unfortunately, Kumo G did that a lot this game. And I'll go through that at the very end of the show. All right. Now, here's one definitely Trae's fault. It's a turnover. Now, on the technical side, turnover is not a defensive field goal given up, but it leads to it. But I'm going to show it because it happened, of course. And we did give up 2 points off of it. And we blame it on Trae because it's his turnover, obviously, right? But just want to clarify that. But basically, Trae has the ball. He lazy passes to Murray. Holly jumps it, gets a dunk. It was one of his 10 shots. Again, he didn't really score a lot this game. So this is 2 points that Trey gave up on the 12th shot of the game for the Pacers.
We'll make threes.
A steal by Halliburton, and he is going to pound it down.
All right, I got to give him one for that.
That's a turnover. That's definitely on. That's 2 points, though. Not all 157, okay? Again, Trey gave up some points in this game, but we're going to see why in a little bit, all right? 13th shot, Siakam has the ball. Now, again, for some reason, Hunter isn't on him. Again, theme of this game, people ain't where they're supposed to be. So as Siakam comes up, Murray notices that Hunter doesn't have him, and so he takes him, by the time he gets to half court, but he doesn't stop the ball either. Trey, he gets beat by Halliburton because Trey saw Siakam carry him, and he hesitated and said, hey, he just carried. You know how that goes. You do that sometimes, right? Tries to get the ref's attention. Meanwhile, Siakam is still dribbling. Nobody stops the ball. Siakam is now turning Murray around. Hunter doesn't come up to stop the ball either, or Kumo G. There was a couple of times they could have did it. Siakam gets a coast-to-coast layup. Okay. Where was Hunter, though? Was he stuck behind his man? Let's watch.
He definitely got that one.
Here's Siakam. He's going to take it coast to coast.
Turn him all the way around.
Now, you telling me that Hunter, he was just getting thrown like a sack of potatoes? Or was he putting in effort to get around his man and actually stop the ball and play some defense? Let's play that again.
He definitely got that one.
Here's Siakam. He's going to take it coast to coast.
Turn him all the way around.
Two things about defense: effort and knowledge. Effort, skill. Effort, technique. There's places you're supposed to be. There's things you're supposed to do. But if you're also not even giving no effort, that's what happens. We gave up 80 points in the paint. Siakam and Turner scored all their points, folks. Trae Young doesn't guard neither of those people. At least he's not supposed to. But I'm going to get into that because tonight he had to a couple times, unfortunately. 14th shot of the game. McConnell is in the game at this point, TJ. He has the ball coming up the court. Trae has him. Bogey has Shepherd. Trae sees a screen coming, goes to Shepherd. Now, Bogey is supposed to pick up McConnell, right? He does. McConnell raises up for a jumper. Bogey could have, he could have communicated, I guess, say, hey, Trae. Could have stayed with McConnell, slipped the screen. None of those things happened, though. But here's the 14th shot of the first quarter.
Get to him soon enough to make him put the ball on the floor. Oh, that's his spot. You stand there if you want. That's his spot.
Last four.
You can stand there if you want, the commentator said. Bogey was frozen. 15th shot of the game. McConnell has the ball. Not sure how Kumo G has him at this point. Not sure. That happened a lot this game as well. Some reason Kumo G was not on the big. And again, if it's a screen, if it's a pick or something like that, I could understand it to a point. But again, now that you're on him, there's two things. You got to stop your guy. What have I said before? If all of a sudden if I have Michael Jordan now because of a screen, I'm the big man with the slow feet, but I got to make sure that Jordan don't score for this possession. I got to run around the court. I don't care if he's, what is his name? On the Pistons, who used to run around all the time. Rip Hamilton, right? Ray Allen. If all of a sudden I'm on those guys, I got to chase them around to deny the basketball. If they try to cut to the basket, I got to be ready. Even if they get around me, I got to wrap around block. I got the arm length. I can do that. Worst case, I'm going to foul you. You got to take that back up the top. I can't just let you lay up the ball. That's stupid. Ain't it? It's my job now. So let's watch this one. McConnell drives, takes a shot, he misses it. Smith, who is muscle Hunter out the way, gets the rebound and puts it back in. 15 shot.
Size on McConnell, gets around Gay, shoots over Gay, and it's right into the hands of Smith.
And did you see the dejection of Hunter? Like, oh, everybody ain't doing it. Hunter just didn't block out again. What in the world are we talking about here? 16 shot. Kumo G still has McConnell for some reason. Neesmith starts with the ball. He's dribbling. For some reason, Kumo G leaves his man. We can say it's a Ricky thing. I don't, He leaves his man. Neesmith dribbles, hands off to McConnell. Kumo G starts shading to Neesmith instead of guarding McConnell. Trey, who's watching Neesmith, could have went for a steal, I guess, on McConnell as he goes by, as he's driving on Kumo G. He could have tried to go for the steal right there, But since he didn't, McConnell continues to drive and then stops and pops and shoots it over Gay. All right, so that's what happened on the 16 shot.
So McConnell's going to make a shot.
Over him, he got it, McConnell.
And again, I don't know why Kumo G is guarding McConnell, but Kumo G does have the height on McConnell. That's one of those situations where you got to block that. You got something, right? To each his own. Y'all can come up with that one on your own. 17th shot. McConnell lazy walks the ball up again. Nobody is calling out any assignments. Kumo G is still on McConnell. At this point, he doesn't come up. McConnell shoots a standstill three. Remember, they shot 52% from three this game. Here's another reason why. Watch this.
Pacers have led by as many as 16. They have not trailed here. McConnell's going to set for three and hit. And the Pacers have a 42-point quarter.
How was that Trey's fault? Everybody had their man. But again, obviously this was Kumo G's guy, he let him walk all the way up to the three-point line and let him shoot. And even as he saw that he was going to stop and shoot, he still was 20 feet behind him. Anyway. 18th shot. So the start of this play, nobody is on nobody. Make sure you note that. Garrison, I guess, has Shepard. Why Kumo G or Vitt's not under the basket with Smith, not sure. Trey is down there with them, though, instead. Was he going to get the rebound over Smith? I guess. I guess he's going to try. But again, it's semantics. At this point, Obi takes a wide open jumper. AJ, Vitt, Kumo G are all looking at him. McConnell, Shepard, and Smith are wide open. Obi misses the shot. Trey tries to offer some resistance. He tries on Smith on the rebound. Nobody blocks out. Okay. Smith passes to Doug McBuckets. Garrison is there by himself because nobody comes up. Nobody calls out anything. So Garrison doesn't slide over. So guess what Doug does? He shoots the J. Shoot it. Shoot it.
Toppin, the extra pass. Smith, the offensive rebound.
Oh, Doug, you got to take it. Yeah, Doug, you got to take that. He's normally a three-point shooter. I think it shocked him.
Nobody is on nobody. It shocked him because nobody's on him. Nobody is on him. Let me play it again.
Toppin, the extra pass. Smith, the offensive rebound.
Oh, Doug, you got to take it. Yeah, Doug, you got to take that. He's normally a three-point shooter. I think it shocked him.
You see how deep Garrison went to leave his man? When the ball goes up, 19th shot. So here's another one on Trey, for sure. Well, I'll say it like this. Here's one where we can blame Trey for not calling out who to pick up. Or he could have just stayed with his man. Connell has the ball. Kumo G is still on him. Trey has Shepard. Trey loses Shepard, okay, as he comes up the three-point line. So this is where I say Trey could have said, Kumo G, Shepard's your guy. And he will get TJ. But that didn't happen. So McConnell passes to Shepard. He's wide open for a three. So I'll blame Trey on that one just for not communicating. But again, you're playing ball. You got to see stuff too. Other players have to do their jobs just as much. But if they can't, you got to help them out. So again, I'll blame Trey on this one. I'll make that 3 points on Trey. Where are we at? 19th shot. Let me scroll down so I can keep up.
Pacers had matched a first quarter high. They had 44 earlier in the year against San Antonio.
What a great move.
Shepard for
What
three.
a great move. Oh, my goodness.
So what I was saying? So I'll blame Trey on that one. 20th shot, the last shot of the first quarter. I always talk about blocking out, right? So Obi has a wide open three again for some reason. He misses it. Trey doesn't block out Shepard. He taps it to McConnell, who is wide freaking open because nobody stays with McConnell. Kumo G runs out. He actually gets a block. But either nobody sees that or just nobody's paying attention or whatever. So nobody has a body on man. This is at the very end of the quarter, by the way. So Smith takes that block shot out the air and lays it up. Let's watch that.
Here's Toppin.
There you go.
Pacers will get another look.
Get it. No, it got partially blocked. Get in there. Didn't get to 50, but great effort to get it to 49.
You see all those players didn't block out? Garrison, Vitt, just nobody blocks out. Ball is in the air. You got to know where your man is. Stop your man from any kind of progress going towards the ball. Because even if you don't get the rebound, maybe one of your teammates gets the rebound. That's the whole point of blocking out. When I block out, I'm really blocking out because I'm there at the rim. I'm making sure that more than likely I'm getting the ball because look at this, look at the wingspan again. And guess what? When I get the ball, nobody's getting it. And if it's an offensive rebound, I'm putting it back in because guess what? I got touch. I can finish inside. That's just me. That was the first quarter. Okay. Gave up 49 points in the first quarter. And like I said, Trey responsible for at least, 6, 7 points for sure. But what about the other 43 points given up? That's just the first quarter. Second quarter. Make sure I got this prepped. First shot, second quarter. There it is. So first shot, second quarter. Murray has TJ, Bruno has Obi, AJ has Shepard, Vitt has Smith, Garrison has Doug. Smith comes to set a screen. McConnell goes around. He has 3 players staring at him. Garrison, Vitt, and Murray, as Smith dives to the bucket. Bruno, who's already 15 feet off of Obi, sees nobody is on Smith and comes down. McConnell sees that, zips a pass to a wide open Obi. Guess what he does? He shoots a 3. By the way, Trey's not on the floor at this point, so we got to blame all these shots on Trey, even though he ain't even on the floor at this point. Let's play the first shot, second quarter.
His defensive capabilities and consistency.
Toppin with a catch and shoot 3.
Did you see that kind of a tentative contest by Bruno? 20 feet away, and now, he got some wide open shot. Let me just kind of maybe try to get out there and maybe let's play it again real quick.
His defensive capabilities and consistency.
Toppin with a catch and shoot 3.
Second shot. Hawks make a 3. McConnell has the ball. AJ has him. McConnell drives to the basket. Vitt is there. Instead of stepping in front of him, however, McConnell just simply lays it up. Second shot, second quarter.
I mean, he really can he plays both sides of the ball. If you think about it, good left hand, sweet left hand there by McConnell.
Pacers scored 80 points in the paint, mostly layups, just like that. Let's blame Trey on that one too, though. Third shot of the second quarter. McConnell has the ball. Vitt has him. Murray, for some reason, is on Obi now. AJ has Shepard. Bruno has Smith. Garrison has Doug. Shepard pops out and gets the ball. He passes it to Doug. Murray passes it to Obi. So Garrison, let's see. Oh, so Murray passes Obi to Garrison. So Murray now has Doug. Doug passes to Obi. So as Shepard beats AJ here, watch this, and gets the layup, as Bruno wasn't looking to the last minute. Okay. And again, we can blame this on Trey, but he wasn't even on the floor. Third shot.
When it's a shot, kept going the other way, and nobody from the Pacers reacted to it.
Shepard lays it in.
How about the pass?
Shepard, layup, beats AJ. Didn't beat Trey, beat AJ. Fourth shot, second quarter. Vitt has Smith, Bruno, Obi, Murray, TJ, AJ has Shepard, Garrison has Doug. So at the beginning of the play, make sure you pay attention to this. But Garrison and AJ aren't on their guys. Obi passes to McConnell. Obi sets yet another fake screen. McConnell drives as Murray chases. Obi gets a pass from McConnell. Bruno is there. AJ is there, though not supposed to be. You'll just note that. Obi loses it, gets the ball to Doug, okay, who passes to a wide open Shepard, who decides not to shoot, but drive to the basket. So as AJ is now coming in late, watch that. Meanwhile, Vitt is ball watching as Shepard drives instead of picking up the open man McConnell. It's too late. Talking about Vitt. So now Shepard sees him and passes it. Wide open three. Now, Vitt, did he really contest this shot? I want you to take a look. Fourth shot. Uh-oh. Am I there? Signal went out for a second. Here's the fourth shot of the second quarter.
Toppin circles out now. McConnell right back to Obi. Obi got it back.
This ball is humming. I'm telling you, it is really moving, and this is what you get from it.
Why would you hesitate on a jump shoot when the team is hitting all their threes? But just look again. I'm gonna play this shot again real quick. Is that the fourth shot? Yeah, fourth shot. I'm gonna play that again.
Toppin circles out now. McConnell right back to Obi. Obi got it back.
This ball is humming. I'm telling you, it is really moving, and this is what you get from it.
We don't rotate, folks. We put ourselves in mismatches because we're not on our guy, but then worse, we don't rotate, and then we don't contest shots either. We pretend contest. We pretend rotate. We pretend switch. We don't communicate. We don't do any basics of basketball defense, which is why I keep saying we have no defensive discipline and there's nothing coming from the bench to help out. We don't have a defensive coach on our side. We don't, because all this stuff would be fixed. We overhelp. We can't block out. We don't get back on all these things. The basics is why the Hawks lost 21 games by 7 points or less this year. That's the fourth shot of the second quarter. Again, let's blame Trey, though. He still ain't on the floor. Blame all those points on Trey. You got to do it. You got to say it with your chest. I blame Trey. Fifth shot of the second quarter. Holly has the ball. Murray is on him. Trey is back in. He's on Nembhard. Bogey has Shepard. Hunter, for some reason, okay, is on Turner. Moji is on Siakam. What's going on with my signal today? So I'll repeat that just in case I got cut off. So Holly has the ball. Murray is on him. Trey has Nembhard. Bogey has Shepard. Hunter has Turner. Moji is on Siakam now. Holly passes to Shepard. Miles comes to set another fake screen. It's not a screen. It's a fake. Trey doesn't react well in this case. Gets beat. Hunter doesn't react and doesn't commit to Nembhard to stop the ball. He backtracked instead. Nembhard pulls up for a jumper. They were in no man's land basically on this one. Nembhard could pass it to Turner for a layup. So again, y'all want to blame this one on Trey? I'll give this one to you maybe. Y'all can tell me if you want to blame Trey on this one or not.
Checking scores throughout the day. That lead now for the Pacers just 5. It was as high as 16.
Good 2-foot stop because the ball got knocked around a little bit.
So I'll give you that one 50-50. I really don't blame Trey on that one as much as, people just not being on their man. But it is what it is. So we'll say Trey's given up 9 points out of the 157 so far, approximately. Okay. Depending on if you think that was his. 6 shot, second quarter. Holly has the ball. Murray is behind him. Nobody has a man at this point of the possession. Okay, when I hit play. All are looking at Halliburton. Bogey steps up and tries to get a charge. Holly makes a bad pass that Nembhard saves, passes it to Shepherd, who passes it to Siakam, who passes it back to Halliburton, who then drives to the basket. Okay. Turner sees that Murray is the only one, so he just moves in the way, that is. Murray just shoves Murray out the way, and they get a layup. I say this is on the rookie, but, because he's not on Turner. He's not on his man. But I'll let y'all decide. By the way, again, if you got any comments, make sure you hit up the comment section. Make sure you subscribe to the IMTN Worldwide radio page for future episodes of Around the ATL. Here is shot number 6 of the second quarter by the Pacers.
Get on the priority list now for season tickets at feverbasketball.com/tickets. Halliburton lays it in.
Nice little job by Miles Turner to ensure.
See that open pocket that Kumo G was in? That's not Turner. See, again, in the NBA, you got to actually play a player, not space. Space doesn't score. This ain't Battlestar Galactica, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to play your player. And in this case, per who's on the floor, Turner is his guy now. And he basically allowed a layup because he just, like I said, how was Murray supposed to stop Turner for doing what he just did? Right? 7 shot. Pacers inbound. Holly brings it up, passes to Shepherd, who fakes a 3, passes to Shepherd again, who hits a 3 on Trey. So this one is definitely on Trey. 7 shot, second quarter.
Nembhard for 3. Second of the afternoon.
That was Trey's guy right there. Messed up on that. It's not all the 157 points, though, but that's 3 of them right there. 8th shot. Siakam has the ball. Nobody stops the ball coming up the court again. Siakam goes all the way to the basket. Kumo G fouls him. Also goaltends. 8th shot. Nobody stops the ball.
DeJounte Murray. Here's Siakam at the rim. That's goaltending. And a foul.
That's a foul.
That's a foul. 9th shot. Bogey loses it. Holly runs up the court. Fast break. Nobody stops the ball. Holly gets by the rookie, which could have been called an offensive foul because Halliburton pretty much pushed him. At least it looks like that, right? But it wasn't. Halliburton gets another layup. I'm going to say the word layup a lot, unfortunately, y'all.
And that ball stripped away. Here comes Halliburton.
This is when the Pacers were at their best, when they were able to come up with some steals and score in the basket.
Nobody stopped the ball. 10th shot, fast break again. Remember, Pacers had 26 fast break points. Fast breaks, you got to have a whole team stop a fast break. Whole team has to get back. How many times have you seen fast breaks already, guys? I just showed you another one. Went all the way to the basket. Shepherd passes to Halliburton, who passes to a wide open Shepherd. He misses a shot, but again, since nobody blocks out, Turner or Siakam. Turner gets it, goes up and misses it. Still nobody blocks out. Turner gets it again and lays it up. Never see Bruno in the frame, by the way. Bruno's back in the game at this point. So I put this one on Bruno because he was never on Turner in the first place. He should never have given him that opportunity. But let's watch it.
Oh, good patience, good patience.
Turner missed it, put it in.
Now, Hunter is down there as well, and with Bruno not being in the picture, Hunter's the biggest guy down there. He didn't really offer a whole heck of a lot of resistance either, but really it's still on Bruno, because Bruno, I don't know where Bruno was in that. But you didn't see him, did you? I didn't. 11th shot of the second quarter. Here's a turnover. Siakam gets it, runs up the court. Nobody again stops the ball. Trey, Bogey, and Bruno are back. Siakam passes to Shepherd, who passes to Halliburton, who then drives past Bogey. Bruno has to help. Turner is open. Layup.
They make what we do so much easier.
Here's Shepherd finding Halliburton to Siakam, who lays it in.
Ball's humming again.
They don't got to be humming. People just ain't on their man. See, when you're on your man, it makes it very restrictive to be able to make passes like what you just saw. For Turner to, again, finish in the doggone paint. They gave up 80 points in the paint this game, folks. That was the 11th shot of the second quarter. And Turner had 32 points in this game, by the way, or 33. I don't know. It doesn't matter anymore. 12th shot, second quarter. Trey has Shepherd. Bogey has Halliburton. Bruno has Nembhard for some reason. Hunter is on Siakam. Nembhard shoots a three, misses. Turner is in the paint with Murray. Trey tries to jump for the board. Turner gets it and lays it up. Where is Bruno again? 12th shot.
Nembhard, a three, short. Turner with the offensive rebound, and he puts it in.
Bruno doesn't even come back into the picture until the very end. Dejected, like it wasn't his fault, but whatever. Another point in the paint. All right, here we go. 13th shot. This is definitely on Trey. Here's another turnover. Hunter gets a dunk. So this is definitely on Trey. It's a turnover.
Pacers led by as many as 16 early. Atlanta tied it. Here's the steal. Here's Halliburton again. Here's another throwdown.
So that's definitely on Trey. Bad pass. Nothing more to say to that. That's on Trey. That's 2 points. It's a dunk. Okay. Halliburton jumped the pass to finish that out. Okay. 14th shot. But again, that's not all the points in the game. Trey didn't give up all 157 points. If you notice, a whole bunch of other players have given up a lot of points. It's a team game for a reason, folks. Nobody plays 5-on-1. I've never seen that before. I've never played 5-on-1. Well, I take that back. Back in the day, in my younger days, in my Dominique Wilkins days, yeah, I used to play 3-on-1 sometimes. For the challenge of it all. I would win sometimes too. Going to 21. I'm playing 3-on-1. Where was I at? Turnover. Okay. 14th shot. TJ has the ball. Trey has him. By the way, no, we weren't going to 21. I think we were going to like 25 or something like that. Because we weren't playing make it take it or nothing like that either. So yeah, anyway, I would win some games. I was pretty good before my knee when I was younger. But anyway, I'm still pretty good. I'm just old now. But anyway, 14th shot. TJ has the ball. Trey has him. Turner comes to set yet another fake screen. Turner actually pushes Trey into Bruno. TJ rises up for a jumper. He misses it. Now, Bogey has completely left Shepherd. So he is there to give some resistance to Turner initially on the rebound. But that means Shepherd could come out and get it because he's falling out of bounds. He passes it to Turner for some reason. Again, Bruno, he's leaving the play. Play ain't over, but Bruno's kind of running down to the three-point line. Instead of going back to Turner, guess what? Turner gets another layup. This is shot number 14 of the second quarter.
Nembhard with the foul. Here's McConnell over the top, missed it, and it's saved by Shepherd into
Great
Turner.
pass. Really good quick pass. I mean, the effort give it to Ben Shepherd.
Where is Bruno? What is Bruno doing? He's the big. Turner's his guy. He has to slow him and stop him. But Bruno has absolved himself from doing that job for some reason. Not sure why. And I'm not sure why the coaches ain't saying nothing. But anyway. 15th shot. Halliburton has ball top of the key. Siakam comes to set yet another fake screen. They ain't even setting screens. They don't even got to. So they know we can't do it. We don't know what we're doing out there. So they don't have to set an actual screen. Siakam comes set to set another fake screen. Hunter, instead of staying with Siakam, pays attention to Holly again. Instead of giving Murray a chance to stay with his man and give Bruno a chance to help on the backside. That's what you're supposed to do. But that doesn't happen, obviously. Holly passes it to Siakam, drives to the basket, lays it up on Hunter. 15th shot, second quarter. Uh-oh. See, where am I at? Is that? I'm missing something here. Hold on.
Nembhard with the foul. Here's McConnell over the top, missed it, and it's saved by.
I didn't save that one. I wonder if it'll let me add it now, because I really want y'all to see this. So let's see if I can find it. What is that? 15 shot, second quarter, right? Give me a second. If y'all got comments so far, make sure you type it in. 15 shot, second quarter. 15. There it is. That was. Ooh. Oh, that's why I didn't save it. I got too many, so I gotta delete a video. Uh-oh. Dang it. I'm gonna lose a good video.
Mark, and it's rebounded by Smart midway.
All right. So I'll delete that one because I really want y'all to see this one. So let's see if I can find it again. 15th shot. See what I gotta do on the fly sometimes for y'all? Come on. 15th shot, second quarter. There it is. I wonder why how I missed that before. Well, I did this at 4 o'clock in the morning, so I was probably exhausted. That's probably what it is. Okay, so here's the 15 shot. So I'll redo it. So Halliburton has the ball at the top of the key. Siakam comes to set yet another fake screen. Hunter, instead of staying with Siakam, pays attention to Halliburton. Instead of giving Murray a chance to stay with his man, Halliburton, and give Bruno a chance to help on the backside. Instead, Halliburton passes to Siakam, drives to the basket, lays it up on Hunter. So here's the 15 shot of the second quarter.
Rick won't be happy, and I don't blame him. They've got 72 points.
And count the basket for Siakam and the foul.
I forgot this is also an and one. In the paint. Again. Okay? So again, it's just all about discipline, y'all. If it was actually a screen, you still either try to fight through that screen. But if you can't do that, you gotta actually switch your players. And the Hawks are terrible at that. But in this case, it wasn't a screen. So let Murray try to stop his man, and you stay with Siakam. Because the moment you don't, what happens? Siakam has a clear path to the lane. This is basic basketball. So again, the other part of this is staying with your man throughout the game, throughout the possessions, okay? So as I start the third quarter of the game, see if I can find first shot, third quarter here. Here we go, there it is. So first shot, third quarter. Why isn't Hunter on his man Siakam? Siakam gets the pass from Nembhard, and shoots a Trey. Oh, here, okay, so here's some of the points that Trey gives up on the tall people, okay? And again, why would you on purpose create a mismatch just because you won't get on your guy? Again, I am never going to blame other people for not doing my job. That's my job to either switch back and get to my man or double team to make it harder for that guy to now score. I'm not going to leave my guy on an island. Every time I've played basketball for the last 40 plus years, typically I'm the tallest guy on the team, okay? And usually the tallest guy on the other team as well, sometimes. But sometimes they'll get somebody that can play me. I'm not going to let the guy I'm supposed to stop, right? Sean Kemp or Arvydas Sabonis. I've had to play guys like that before. They're really big. And so I'm not going to let my guy have to play the 5'4" point guard. I'm not going to let that happen. It's like Will Smith in his movie. I'm not going to let that happen. Y'all remember that movie? But anyway, first shot, third quarter. Here we go.
Pacers have the ball to start the second half.
This isn't the way you wanted to start. Unfortunately, he makes the shot because he had the mismatch inside, and the Pacers didn't get it there.
Pacers had a mismatch inside, too. Because people I don't get it. But Trey gives up that 3 on Siakam. I guess he could have did a double somersault to try to block it, I guess. I guess he could have gave him an and one at the 3-point line by trying to wrap him up, I guess. But where's the big that's supposed to be on Siakam? Where's Hunter at? Where's Hunter at? Where's Hunter? Can't find him. So second shot. So here's another instance of leaving your man on an island. This wasn't about getting switched. This wasn't about being targeted. You just are not on your guy. So Nesmith has the ball, passes it to Nembhard. Nembhard dribbles. Trey steps up, past the fake screen from Siakam. Hunter is stuck in the mud for some reason again. He could have jumped and stopped the ball, but he moves out the way. Bruno also doesn't move. So it's Trey that gives up this layup here. Second shot, third quarter.
Nembhard drives on Young. Ducks inside and scores.
Third shot. Where's Bruno? Not on his man again. Siakam has the ball. Hunter is on him. Bruno doesn't follow Turner, who goes straight to the 3-point line. Trey has Nembhard, but since Bruno isn't where he's supposed to be, Siakam drives, passes it to Turner. I guess, again, Trey's supposed to block the shot, but
that side.
Looks over the landscape. Shot clock at 4. Here's a step back 3. Turner got it.
He had Trey Young, who couldn't block the shot comfortably.
Trey actually deflects that pass, by the way. But again, he's out there on Turner, I guess. Again, he's supposed to do a double jump like Mario Brothers to try to block the shot, I guess. But whatever. Fourth shot. And again, that wasn't targeted. The people just ain't where they're supposed to be. It'd be different if they literally for a whole 48 minutes, one player was switching on Trey Young and that person scored 73 points. That didn't even happen in the 73-point game that Luka did. Trey wasn't the one giving up those 73 points. Go watch that game. And I actually put the video on my Twitter page. I'm going to do that game eventually when we get to it. But I'm just saying, stay on your man, for crying out loud. But anyway, that was which shot? That looks like sixth shot. Wait a minute, which one is that? Let's play it again. I got to find out which one I'm at.
Here's Turner.
Okay, that's the wrong one. So that was the fourth shot.
You can feel a basket here in a Quinn Snyder timeout. Pacers are up 20.
Oh, okay, I'm skipping. My fault. So fourth shot of the game, of the third quarter. Nesmith has the ball. Bogey has him. He passes to Siakam. Siakam drives it on Hunter and lays it up. Fourth shot, third quarter.
Feel a basket here in a Quinn Snyder timeout. Pacers are up 20. And soon to be 22.
That was on him. Nobody else. That was his man. Got to stop him. Sorry. Got to do your job. Fifth shot, Nembhard has the ball. Turner sets a fake screen again. Bruno, for some reason, doesn't stay with Turner. Turner gets the ball, drives to the bucket. Hunter does come up to try to draw a charge, I guess. Kind of, sort of. He does, though. But it's all for naught. He lays it up anyway. So fifth shot, third quarter.
Here's Turner. And it rolls in.
Sixth shot, third quarter. Siakam drives the ball, passes to Halliburton. Halliburton passes it to Turner. Turner fakes a 3, drives, and then pulls up for a jumper. Sixth shot. third quarter.
Chris Denari, so he can do what he does.
Well, speaking about our team, we have two of the best stage managers, Lindsey Yeager and Mandy Stevens. We have Lindsey back with us.
Again, wouldn't it be cool to have a center that actually can do that on a regular basis? Spin around, turn around, jumper. That's one of the things that I do. I do a little fade around, turn around jumper in the post. I could do a spot up three. You got to guard me. You don't guard me, I'll hit the shot. Ain't that cool to have somebody like that, though? But again, we gave up 80 points in the paint in this game and 52% from three. Okay. Seventh shot in the third quarter. Halliburton has the ball. Turner sets the screen, actually this time. Trey goes around. Bruno leaves his man. Halliburton passes it to Turner.
But anyway.
Here's Halliburton. Turner again. What an afternoon for Miles Turner.
He wants to lead.
Pick and pop. One of the easiest shots in basketball, and it's one of those, oh, well, he can't get his own shot. Why? Who cares? Give him the ball where he's best at and let him score. Eighth shot. Halliburton has the ball. DJ has him. Trey's on Nembhard. Hunter, for some reason, again, is on Turner. Bruno has Siakam. Holly passes to Nembhard. Siakam moves through. Instead of people getting back on their man, they had time to do it. Bruno follows Siakam. Bogey, for some reason, leaves Neesmith. Comes all the way in the paint. Don't know why. Holly points to Turner, so Nembhard passes it to Turner. Holly cuts. Turner passes the ball to Holly, and then Turner dives to the bucket. Hunter then leaves Turner. Turner has a dunk. Bruno showed up late.
Last time we had playoff basketball here, 2019. Pacers lead by 16, and Turner pounds it down.
Y'all see the theme that I've been talking about since the very beginning of the show? This carries over to the Chicago game. Again, you can go watch Around the ATL Side Notes, Trae Young, and an hour and a 20-minute mark. You'll see me break down the Chicago play-in game, and you see almost all the elements that I'm doing in this last game of the regular season in the play-in game, but worse technically. Ninth shot, third quarter. Halliburton has the ball. Murray is on him. He passes to Siakam. Bruno, for some reason, is on him rather than Hunter. Siakam drives and gets a layup on Bruno.
Halliburton bouncing the pick from Siakam. He's had a big game. He's got 22. Add two more, 24.
Layup. They scored 80 points in the paint. Almost all of them were layups. But blame Trey on that one, too. 10th shot, third quarter. Bruno can't handle the pass. Halliburton passes ahead to Neesmith, who lays it up on Bogey. It's a fast break. It is what it is. I'll play it, though.
He will lead the NBA in assists. He's got 11 officially through the hands. Here's Halliburton ahead now to Neesmith. He's the only Pacer who hasn't scored until now.
He hadn't even scored in the game. He took 3 shots. That was one of them. Neesmith was 3 for 3 in the game. 11th shot. So Trey has Nembhard. Murray, for some reason, has Turner again. Kumo G is out there, but Murray is on Turner. Gay has Neesmith, but he doesn't guard him either. He's wandering around to the three-point line. Nembhard dribbles, Turner slides. Murray comes up to try to play Nembhard. Means Trey has Turner now. Okay. Again, when one person doesn't do their job, it messes it up for everybody. It's not target, it's just people ain't doing their assignments. Still, nobody comes to switch on Turner. So Halliburton gets the ball as Hunter is ball watching. Siakam steps behind him and gets a layup.
Get on each other's nerves under that scenario. And I have not seen it with this team. Terrific look by Halliburton to get a wide open layup.
Wide open layup. Let's watch it.
Get on each other's nerves under that scenario. And I have not seen it with this team. Terrific look by Halliburton to get a wide open layup.
One of the things I talk about when I play basketball, I don't care what's going on behind me, especially if I've been switched on somebody who is a threat, quote unquote. I have to stop you now. I'm not playing the center anymore. I got to hope whoever switched on him can handle him for a split second, whatever the case might be, if they don't decide to take that advantage in the possession. But for now, I got to stop you, sir, from scoring. So if you go here, I'm here, and I'm in your, you see me like this? I'm looking at my guy. I'm making sure that nobody can pass you the ball. If you cut, I'm cutting, and I'm doing this to make sure nobody can pass you the ball for a layup. If you go outside to the three, I'm going outside to the three as well. I'm also listening to my guys to let me know, do I have him by myself or is a screen coming? I don't care what's going on behind me. Everybody else got to do their job now because I got this guy. For Hunter and everybody else to continually ball watch or have their back to their guy is stupid. And it's worse when you have your back to your guy and you're 15 feet away from your guy. On top of that, again, the Hawks have no defensive discipline and nobody from the bench is saying. Again, the Hawks have no defensive discipline and nobody from the bench is saying anything. It's not cool, or is it, for everybody? 12th shot, Halliburton is walking the ball up. Trey has him. Who does Bogey have? Make sure you watch that. Who has Siakam? Make sure you watch that. Where is Hunter? Who has Turner? Nobody has anybody. So look at Garrison. What kind of defense is he playing in this possession? Nobody is talking once again. Holly passes it to Nembhard. Turner dives to the basket for another layup. Garrison comes in late, but he wasn't going to stop Turner. I put this on the rookie more so than anybody because at this point, he's the big on the floor. Bruno ain't out there.
The Pacers win, when do you start?
Would be next Saturday or Sunday as Turner the basket.
What was that? Explain it to me in baby terms. First of all, how was that Trey's fault? But explain to me how nobody knows who's supposed to be on who. And nobody's taking no responsibility to say or accountability to say, I got this man, you got this man, I got this man. Somebody say something to where people ain't getting 80 points in layups. Scored 80 points in the paint, y'all. They gave up 157 points in a 48-minute game, y'all. 52% from three, y'all. Thirteenth shot, third quarter. Hunter drives for a layup. He misses. Remember, he was 0 for 6 in this game, by the way, too. Turner gets the rebound. Nembhard gets the ball, passes ahead to Siakam for a layup. Nobody gets back except for Garrison in this point. Again, they scored 26 fast break points. Fast break points is the whole team getting back or not. In this case, though, Siakam was cherry picking a little bit. So this was going to be kind of hard for anybody to get back because Siakam wasn't really, in the play because Hunter was going up for his layup. Siakam wasn't there, if you notice. So Siakam was already down the court. So if a missed shot happened, guess what? They just throw it ahead and Siakam gets an easy layup. But still, you get back. 13th shot, third quarter. Here we go.
This starting group has gone a long time. I mean, there's been no change by the Pacers with 2.5, and here Siakam lays it in.
Blame that on Trey as well, though, too, right? All 80 points in the paint, just blame Trey. Right? Say it with your chest. 15th shot. So Smith blocks our rookie, Kumo G. On the fast break, three Hawks get back, but nobody talks. So TJ, TJ, I forget. Oh, it's DJ has Neesmith, Shepard, and Obi, I believe. I might have written this wrong, but we'll see when I play it. AJ comes to stop the ball because Vitt didn't. Nobody has a body on Obi. Obi gets a dunk. AJ actually has Obi in this case. Should stay with this man. You'll see why when I play this. 15th shot.
against Chicago.
Give me that.
Blocked by Smith.
That's what Smith said. Give me that. Lob.
I'll play it one more time.
Against Chicago.
Give me that.
Blocked by Smith.
That's what Smith said. Give me that. Lob.
AJ comes up because supposedly nobody stopped the ball, but he let his man get wide open. And again, it's talking. Obi should never have gotten behind AJ. Obi was his man. Obi was sticking AJ. Again, remember what I said at the very beginning? Sometimes when you get picked up, hey, who got down? Oh, you got me. Okay, cool. Who's the rest of the team? Blah, blah, blah. Who's the other team? Blah, blah, blah. Who you want to get, or sometimes get who sticks you, right? So in this case, Obi was sticking AJ on defense for them. When the ball changes, AJ got to stay with Obi now. And that didn't happen. Gave up a dunk. 80 points in the paint we gave up, y'all. 26 fast break points we gave up, folks. Blame Trey. So 16th shot. Again, we got to look at the rookie on this one. Shepard has the ball, passes to Neesmith. Shepard curls. Trey takes Shepard. Garrison, Neesmith. AJ has Obi. Kumo G has TJ again. Smith comes to rub. Smith, my signal went out again. Smith comes to rub Gay out the way a little bit. Vitt, instead of popping back to TJ, backs off. Okay. And Gay doesn't move with Smith. So Smith sets a pick on Garrison. Neesmith has a wide open three because the rookie just stands there. 16th shot, third quarter.
The way you have to. This business is still about fit. The way the Knicks played, he didn't fit based on what he did then.
Now again, we can say, well, he's a rookie and all that kind of stuff. First of all, nobody is talking. First of all. Second of all, stay with your man. If we just had the principle of stay with your man ingrained in the Hawks would have won 47 games this year. I guarantee. Because most of the buckets that we give up is simply because nobody is where they're supposed to be. They don't got nothing to do with targeting. You're just not on your man. And you're causing mismatches disgustingly. It ain't cool. Go watch around the ATL side notes Trae Young. One of the other things that I did was I went through the 28 games that Trae missed and said, okay, well, if Trae ain't even on the floor, how come all these other guys are still scoring 30 points on us all the time? Shooting guards scored 2,500 points on the Hawks this year. Small forwards averaged 27 points a game against the Hawks. That's a problem, folks. People ain't doing their jobs. 17th shot, another shot, unfortunately given up by the Rook. TJ brings the ball up, passes to Obi. AJ has Obi. Okay. He drives, kicks back to TJ. Again, the rookie never moves. TJ shoots a wide open three to end the quarter. Here's the last shot of the third quarter, y'all.
Because he thought the lob was coming.
Shot clock is off. Pacers can play for the final shot. But McConnell says, why not? I'll hit a third three.
Can someone please tell me how that was Trey's fault? Because again, if the premise is you're losing games because of Trey and Trey alone, explain that. That's another three-pointer. They shot 52% from three. And Mo Gay just stood there. Fourth quarter. So I just kind of mentioned it, mismatches. So again, too many times so far you just seen three quarters, you got guys who are trying to guard guys where it's an obvious mismatch. And it's not because they were targeted, it's because people didn't pick up their man. People didn't switch back to their guy. People didn't take their assignment in the first place. You're just letting people just go out there and do stuff where you have an obvious mismatch. Trae Young is not supposed to stop Turner from getting 32 points and Siakam from getting 28 points. Those aren't his guys. Unfortunately, people on the Hawks, they allowed it to happen. Of course, Trae didn't give up all 28 and 32 points respectively of those two bigs, but there was a couple of times he was on them because nobody else would go and get their guy. So he had to stay there. He ain't supposed to just not be there at all, but he can't block a three-point shot on Turner. He's not going to go over the top on Siakam. Where is Hunter? Where is Bruno? Where is Gay? Where's the double team? At the very most, where's the double team? Again, I'm the double guy. If I see a mismatch, I'm not going to just let the 7-foot guy back down my 5-foot guy. I'm going to come and double him. Get the ball out his hands. Or, hey, switch back to your man. Split second. Switch back. I got it. If I get picked, boom, somebody didn't call out the pick, I'm getting back on my guy. Or I'm fighting through it. Boom, fight through it. Don't scream me again. Right? Nobody switched back. And again, these weren't even, again, they fake screen the whole night. They said they're not going to do anything. We're just going to fake a screen, and they still can't do that right? How many times did you hear me say fake screen? You got to be able to react accordingly to a situation on a possession. And if you don't know how to do that, you got to be taught that. Or we got to get players who know how to do that in here. More of them, right? But you got to talk. At least do that. Why don't we even do that? Talking solves a myriad of issues with this team. You can't just let people, you can't just give up people. That's what we do. We give up people. And to try to blame one player and try to absolve yourself from doing your job, not that the Hawks players are doing that, your fan base is doing that. Your pundits and the media are doing that, trying to make you believe that, when it's just not true. It ain't true. It's not true. Your whole team has to play defense. Your whole team has to play team defense, and your whole team has to play individual defense to the best of their ability. But to leave Joel Embiid on Trae and think Trae is supposed to stop him, that's stupid. Supposed to stop the Joker, that's stupid. Porzingis, that's stupid. But you're not seeing them target like that. No team does that for 48 minutes or however many minutes Trae plays. There's a few times where you get caught. But again, why would you let an obvious height thing? Again, it's not just the actual table height, it's the height of your shot arc. What did the guy, you heard the commentator, Trae ain't gonna block Turner from shooting that three. How is he supposed to do that? Where is the big that's supposed to be on Turner who has a better chance of doing that because y'all match up? It's all about matchups, people. Everybody has to do their job, though. Turner had 31, Siakam had 28. The other three starters, 8 points, 10 points, 12 points. Again, remember, I told you, Halliburton wasn't even shooting. Naismith took half the game to get his first field goal. The two people who hurt us, Siakam and Turner, where was the help on those guys? First shot, fourth quarter. Make sure I got this queued up. We're almost done. And then I got something to say at the end. So the play starts with Smith handling the ball in this case. He hands it to Doug buckets, okay? Smith dives to the basket at that point. Bruno has to stay with his man as Garrison goes through the pick, but he doesn't. He stays up, leaving Smith free. Doug doesn't take advantage in this case. Instead, he passes to Obi. Obi could have passed it to Smith since Garrison was on him, since Bruno still hasn't switched back. Instead, Obi drives while Smith pops out, and Smith gets the ball and shoots a three. And you'll see that on the first shot of the last quarter. Where is it at? There we go.
Without him, some of the names you'll hear, you've heard some of them already. The Pacers have it now here in the fourth, and a three is perfect by Jalen Smith. He's got 10.
But what you notice,
they kept doing it, and we didn't do anything to stop it. Second shot, fourth quarter. TJ has the ball. Murray has him. TJ drives on Murray and lays it up.
In the play-in tournament, TJ lays it home. 17 for McConnell.
That was his last points of the game. Blame Trey, though, for Murray getting beat, I guess. Third shot, TJ brings the ball up. Murray's supposed to have him, but AJ calls him off, I guess. I'm not going to say he really called him off, but for whatever reason, AJ picks him up. Okay. So Murray goes to Doug. Bit is on Shepard. Smith sets a pick on AJ, and of course, Bruno comes up all the way. What should have happened, AJ should have stayed with Smith. But anyway, Smith dives to the bucket. So once again, Hawks are in a bind because now Murray has to pick up somebody, and you know, so he picks up Smith. Doug is open. Vic could come, but Shepard is open. See what I'm saying? When you are not where you're supposed to be, it messes it up for everybody. Murray dives. TJ passes to Doug. Another wide open three. Third shot last quarter.
Quite an afternoon on Fan Appreciation Day. The Pacers looking for a 26th home win, and McDermott adds with the three.
And all the help.
Play it again.
Quite an afternoon on Fan Appreciation Day. The Pacers looking for a 26th home win, and McDermott adds with the three.
And all the help.
Murray didn't even come out to contest. Let me show y'all that again.
Quite an afternoon on Fan Appreciation Day. The Pacers looking for a 26th home win, and McDermott adds with the three.
And all the help.
Murray looked like he was reacting to Bruno coming down to the lane instead of going out to stay with Doug, because he picked up Doug and then he went to the paint for some reason. Why? I don't know why, but let's blame Trey on that one too. Fourth shot, Garrison shoots a three, nobody blocks out. TJ gets the ball, passes to Doug for a dunk. Garrison was jogging up after missing his three.
Knowing that they had to win to make the playoffs, well, they came out, attacked early, 49 first quarter points.
Blame Trey on that one too, right? Fifth shot, fourth quarter. Doug misses a contested three. Garrison doesn't get back into the play. Bruno does block out. But Doug gets the ball again, kicks to Shepard. Garrison still isn't guarding anybody at this point. So Shepard starts to drive, and he goes past Garrison and Bruno for a layup.
It is an exciting time, and here's McDermott firing, missing. He gets his own rebound as Shepard goes inside and scores. And I was thinking about this.
Let's blame Trey for the lackadaisicalness. We're going to blame Trey for giving up another point in the paint. We're going to blame Trey for how are y'all doing that? Again, you got to say that every time a shot goes in. You got to take a shot. Sixth shot last quarter. I just want to see a player avoid a screen. I just want to see a player either fight through a screen. Don't let a screen happen because you see the screen coming, you back off, and you let your guy go by, and you're still on your guy. I just want to see somebody do that in the real world. Because I do this all the time on Sunday nights. I'm in my late 40s. I know what I'm doing out there. I'm not going to just let you do stuff because you want to do it. I don't do that because I'm trying to win the game. That's just me, though. You don't let yourself get picked. You fight through the pick. Now, if somebody says a solid screen, you know, okay. So somebody got to pick up now until you can switch back. But to allow yourself, oh, here's the screen. I guess I got to stop because I can't get around this screen. Oh, he's holding me back. I'm going to say that Vic could have moved up a little bit on Walker in this case. Once Smith stood there, though, Gay has to come up. He didn't. Walker hits a wide open three. Remember, Pacers shot 52% from three, and it carried over into the Chicago Bulls playing game. Go watch the video on Around the ATL side notes. Trae Young The footage starts at the 1 hour 20 mark, where I go through the whole Chicago Bulls game, like I'm doing now. So this is the, make sure I'm getting it right, 6th shot. Here we go.
25 wins to 35 and soon to be 47. Jarris Walker hits the 3.
Why would you spin? Why would you spin around? What is that? Oh, boy. Okay, 7th shot. So Vitt has Neesmith, Kumo G has Smith, AJ has Doug, Murray has Shepard. Murray's still in the game, by the way. Garrison has Brown. So Smith comes up, gets a pass from Neesmith. AJ loses Doug as he is ball watching again. Doug picks Garrison. Brown gets the pass, drives on AJ, another layup.
Near a franchise record. They already own that record from this year against Atlanta. Here's Kendall Brown.
I'm going to play that again.
Near a franchise record. They already own that record from this year against Atlanta. Here's Kendall Brown.
Can't ball watch. You need to watch your man. Who cares what's going on the other side of the court? Don't got nothing to do with you. Stay with your man. Make them react off of what you're doing on your end. They got to do different things. But when you give in to what they're doing, it's easy. It's easy. Barbecue chicken. 8th shot. Doug inbounds the ball to Walker. AJ has him. Walker dribbles. Doug comes to set a pick, but doesn't. AJ stays with Neesmith. Neesmith drives, then stops and pops for a jumper.
Veteran players to mentor and lead us.
It goes faster. If you've got guys who've been through it, because many of these guys out here don't know what they don't know. James Jones.
That's just one-on-one right there. But let's blame Trey. He ain't on the floor, but let's blame him anyway for that one too. 9th shot. Doug has the ball. He passes it. Gay has Doug. Doug cuts to the basket. He gets the ball back. He lays it in. Very simple.
And do it smoothly.
And McDermott put it in.
James Johnson.
He has to reach. Gay does, but he didn't block that shot. 10th shot. Oh, yeah, blame Trey on that one too. 10th shot. This is 4th quarter. Vitt has a turnover, so it's a fast break. Alley-oop to Brown. Okay. Now, during this particular play, we have to listen to the fact that the announcer is saying this is the 11th time the Pacers have scored 140 points in a game. NBA record, because all they do is score and dare you to miss shots. They don't play defense. They just see if you miss shots. See, that's not defense. You missing shots is not defense. This is you miss shots. There's a difference, okay? They ain't doing nothing to stop us. Murray had a great game, didn't he? But anyway, here's the 10th shot, last quarter.
This is also the 11th time that the Pacers have scored 140 plus. That is an NBA record. Throw it down.
You're talking about two guys.
Also, Gay wasn't paying attention to the guy who was in back of him either. Nobody stopped the ball either, by the way. Another defensive basic, right? Make them do something different by stopping the ball. That alley-oop couldn't have happened like that if you just stopped the ball. They would have had to pull up and do something else. They still might have scored, but you do something to prevent it. Try. 11th shot. Kobe has Doug. Doug drives, passes the ball. Kobe doesn't stay with his man. Doug gets the pass again and shoots a wide open 3. Here we go.
Unless something crazy happens, I don't think that's a problem.
And there it is.
Yeah, I don't think that's a problem.
I don't think that's a problem. I don't know how many times I had to hear this going through all this footage. I swear to God. 12th shot. Walker has the ball. Vitt has him. AJ has Doug. Walker drives and kicks to Doug, who AJ again, not staying with him. Doug, guess what he does? He hits another 3. Fancy that.
In a round in the playoffs, And then there's Pacers Milwaukee. Here is McDermott again, hits a three.
AJ was nowhere near his man. Wide open. Last shot of the fourth quarter of the game. Walker gets the pass and shoots a three. Vic lets him shoot it. Trent kind of comes in late to contest, but Vic just lets him shoot it. It's the last shot that the Pacers made in the game. Here we go.
2 by 10 a.m. And you can go ahead and do that tomorrow. Get a buy one, get one free coupon to use in-store at participating Penn stations. And there's one.
So, 157 points given up. They shot 80%, got 80 points in the paint, 52% from three. You go to the Chicago play-in game, they scored 72 points in the paint and shot 42% from three. Go watch who gave up all the points in that game. The play-in game, the final game of the season. Go watch that on Around the ATL Side Notes on the YouTube page you're watching right now. Go to Around the ATL Side Notes, Trae Young, and at the hour and 20-minute mark, I begin going through that particular game. Okay? Go watch it. Bruno gave up 29 points in this game. See, here's the deal. I could have did it like, well, obviously, Siakam had 28 points and Turner had 32. But what I wanted to do was say, well, obviously, the two men who were supposed to guard them, Bruno and Hunter, gave up all those points individually to those guys. But that's not true, of course, because people get switched out or people are not on their man, like what happened tonight. Trae Young was on Siakam and Turner a couple of times on threes. Top of the key, side pocket, wherever. He's not blocking that shot, but he had to be on those guys because the guys who were supposed to be on them weren't on him for whatever reason. Didn't switch back, and they also didn't get double teamed to kick the ball out to do something different, to give people an opportunity to get back on their man. So Trae gave up 22 points because of that. He gave up like 4 threes, a couple in a layup, I guess, on Turner and Siakam because Hunter and Bruno weren't on their man. Murray only gave up 11 points, mostly because Halliburton wasn't doing nothing. He shot 10 times that whole game. And Halliburton wasn't on Murray the whole night. Bogey gave up 4 points the whole night, believe it or not. You saw all the times he was just open out there, but it wasn't his guy that was scoring. It was Turner and Siakam, right? Remember, Neesmith only had 3 shots the whole game. Golly gee whiz. Hunter gave up 19 points that game and went 0 for 6. Kumo G gave up 30 points in that game. Okay. Garrison gave up 8, Vic 8, AJ 15 points, and Kobe 5 points. So that's how the Indiana Pacers scored 157 points in a 48-minute game. I'm going to go through each and every single game that the Hawks lost in the regular season of 2023. I'm going to break it down just like this, okay, to show you what actually happened rather than what you think happened. Because, again, opinion and fact are 2 different things. We do not live in the Matrix. We don't. There's a real world out there. Plug into it. If the Hawks would talk more, if the Hawks were more disciplined, not getting out of position all the time, how all the time you come up to play somebody you don't have to? Why are you over-helping every single time? This person ain't trying to do nothing. You need to stay with your man, the one who's hurting us. That guy needs to stay on his guy and play him and try to stop him. Every time you try to over-help, you're giving the other team an easy pass. You're giving the team an easy pass. None of those other players on the Pacers were hurting us. The 2 bigs were, and we did nothing to adjust to that. Nothing. Make somebody else beat you. The Hawks are the worst team in the NBA of that. We won't double team for nothing. The reason that Luka had 73 points in a ball game, because we weren't going to double him. We weren't going to double him. We let him score 73 points. I should do that game ahead of time just to show y'all. Or you can go to Intellect ATL. Let's see, I'll pull it up. I don't know if it's still on there. I guess if you go back far enough. But if you go to, where is it at? If you go to Intellect ATL on Twitter about a month ago, I put up every shot that Luka made on Twitter. Post. 2 points, 3 points, 2 points, 3 points, layups, dunks, He's walking the ball up. Half of it. Look at this, walking the ball up. Nobody stops him. And he just does whatever he wants to do. 73 points. Steph Curry dropped 60 on us. Go watch that game and look at why he dropped 60. It don't make no sense, y'all. But go to Intellect ATL. Make sure you save that. Follow me there. But make sure you go to, again, the YouTube page for IMTN Worldwide Radio and subscribe for more shows. They're going to be coming up. Our next 2-hour show will come up sometime next week. We'll see if we can make that happen. That's the one where we go through all of our sports for Atlanta. The Dream, Atlanta United. They finally fired their coach. Falcons, they're in OTAs again, doing pretty good. Braves, terrible. We can talk more about the draft with the Hawks. Obviously, we did do that in the last show, episode 126. So if you do subscribe, episode 126, we do talk about the draft. I put up footage of all the draft possibilities and things of that nature. So go check that out. See what we had to say about that. But again, one player can't stop 12 players. It's never happened. Not even Michael Jordan can do that. You got to have people to do their jobs, whether it be to rebound, to block shots, to get steals, to hit a 15-foot jumper, to take a charge. Everybody has to do their particular job and then do it regularly, not just once in a while, for you to be successful. All the other teams in the NBA, they have that. The ones that are winning, of course. The ones that are winning consistently. The ones that are winning 45 games a season or more. The ones that appear in the NBA finals. The conference finals regularly. They have the man in the middle who can hit a shot. It don't always have to be a three, but you got to be able to hit a shot. Why in 10 years can you not hit a jump shot? That's just foolery, isn't it? And y'all complain about stuff, but I'm like, but Clint can't do none of those things, and he's never done none of those things. And when you can't finish inside, you can't even get it off the glass. You can't hit the back. The square is there for a reason. You have no touch to be able to do that shot. You can't do that. You can't hit a fade. You can't hit a 5-foot fade. You can't do that. You can't hit a 15-foot jumper, top of the key, side pocket. You can't hit a top of the key three-pointer ever in life. You can't be a threat at all. In today's NBA, that sounds strange to me. Oh, well, Chris, he gets the rebounds and he plays defense. He plays okay defense on the team side. He's good at that. Help defense. But he don't stop nobody one-on-one in the post. And he's always out of position. Look how many layups. Nobody is scared to lay up the ball on. Clint ain't getting 5 blocks a night. He gets 1.2. He's not a threat in there. Did you see the Boston series last year? Everybody laying up the ball, Brogdon laying up the ball. It makes a difference. And the rebounds, they're great. But he gets 5 offensive rebounds a game, which means he's only getting 3 or 4 defensive rebounds a game, which means points in the paint and second chance points. And he's getting 5 offensive rebounds. He needs to be scoring more than 11, 10 points a game. He needs to be at 19 points a game because all those offensive rebounds need to be going right back in, and they're not. He's in the paint. He's passing it back out to somebody. He can't do nothing with it, so you got to pass it back out. You're not a threat. We need that. It's mandatory that we get that to compete because we can't compete like that, y'all. We're not deep enough to compete with nobody. Our record dictates that. We had worse talent. We had worse depth than we had the year before because we did nothing to bolster it. From losing John and putting Bay and JJ in the starting lineup. We didn't replace 3 roster spots, and we said Trent Forrest is going to do it for us. Wesley Matthews is going to do it for us. Garrison only averaged 5 points a game, y'all. 3 roster spots, average 7 points a game total for like 50-plus games. You can't compete against other teams in the NBA when your team has 9 players that average 6 points or less. You can't win like that. And we only had 2 players that could score 20 points or more. And we were injured. You didn't just have Trey hurt. You had Trey, Okongwu, Bey, and JJ out at the same time at a certain point of the season for several weeks. You can't compete like that. You finally had a few players start doing their job a little bit better, but it wasn't sustainable, was it? Because otherwise, instead of going 14-14 without Trey Young this year, we would have went 25-5 or something, right? The Hawks are 27-33 without Trey all time. Why aren't we 40-5 instead if we're so much better without that one player on our team? Fact is that we're not. We need everybody to do their job. 25-10, that's doing their job. We need someone else to get 2 blocks, 3 steals a game at the wing, or at least get close to that. We need somebody on the wing who can get 7 rebounds a game, not 2, not 3. That's a lot of possessions that we give up because our wing don't rebound. Ain't trying to rebound. The Chicago game. Look, in this Pacers game, this is why I said pay attention to this during the show, the things that translate over to that Chicago game. Hunter he went 0 for 6 in this Pacers game that I just showed y'all. He scored 8 points in the Chicago game and 2 rebounds. Everybody else in the Hawks lineup was at 20 points, except for Hunter. We would have had a shot if he had just scored his regular season's totals, for crying out loud. 8 points, 2 rebounds? Y'all not mad at that? And he wasn't slowing down nobody. Again, White, who will probably never score 42 points again in a game, he was scoring all those points on DJ and Hunter. And Bogey, for whatever reason, he was on them. DeRozan scored 22. Vucevic scored 24, and most of that was on Clint. He was laying the ball up on Clint from the 3-point line, just dribbling way up. He was Oscar Robertson out there. Everybody has a job to do. Everybody has to put some resistance up. Continually to try to put it on one person is asinine. It ain't even real. You can't be a real man out there playing basketball talking about, I'm going to blame everything I can't do on this dude here. I'm going to blame my injuries on this dude here. I can't stay healthy because of this dude. No, you just ain't doing your job. I'm going to get out of here. I'm 2 hours in. I'm going to get out of here because I got other stuff I got to try to get done today. Again, if you did watch, I appreciate y'all. Continue to watch. Continue to let other people know about the show if you can, if you don't mind. That'll be cool, obviously. But one more time, make sure you go subscribe to the YouTube page for IMTN Worldwide Radio. Hit the notification button. You can follow on Facebook or Instagram under IMTN Worldwide Radio. You can follow on Twitter, Intellect ATL. My co-host, Jordan Jackson, is right down there too. The show Twitter page is IMTN Radio, if you note that as well. But yeah, share the show with other fans of Atlanta sports, whether it be the Hawks, Braves, Falcons, whoever. We talk about all of them, the Dream. We go through everything, okay? We really do. We do it on the base of fandom, but we also do facts. We don't just say stuff and hope it sticks. If we make a mistake, we retract it or we correct it. We don't just say something for 5 years knowing it's wrong. And just be like, that's cool. That ain't right. It just isn't. Anybody who's actually in journalism, you should have more pride. When Bob Rathman did our end of the season show last year, he pointed to that aspect of talking specifically about Trey Young, especially if you go back and watch last year's end of the season show for the Atlanta Hawks. and you see Bob Rathman's picture and Steve Holman's picture, listen to both of them, obviously, because they're both great interviews, but definitely listen to what Bob Rathman had to say. Okay? Please listen to that. Because if you can't respect Bob Rathman, I don't know who you can respect at that point. He's been with the team forever, seeing all the iterations of the Hawks over the years. It's asinine the stuff that's been said for a Hall of Fame player. He's doing stuff that other players in NBA history ain't doing, and definitely no other Hawk, not even Neek. Okay, that's why in that show I did around the ATL side notes Trae Young, I broke all of that down too, succinctly, so you don't get it twisted. But did you watch that game I just showed y'all against the Indiana Pacers and we gave up 157 points? Would any of y'all be cool with the stuff that y'all saw? And would you pick up the players that you saw doing that if you were playing pickup basketball? Continually losing their man. Continually not getting back on defense. Continually not blocking out. You're playing pickup basketball. You're trying to win games. Would you pick up that particular person, whoever it was that you saw doing that over and over and over again, and have them on your team? These guys are getting paid millions of dollars. We don't get paid nothing when we play pickup, right? But we're trying to win the game. If you see that there ain't no effort, why would you pick that player up? You're not giving yourself a good chance to win, are you? Same thing with me. If I go out there and I'll be lackadaisical and I'm not chasing people down and I'm not trying to get no blocks, I'm not trying to contribute on the boards or whatever, being the tallest guy out there, the next game, let's say if we lose, I ain't getting picked up the next game. They're gonna be like, man, Chris on God today. Oh man, Chris, man, you look kind of winded out there. I'm trying to win, so I ain't gonna pick up Chris. Know what that means? Shoot, I gotta pick it up next game, whether it be because of an injury or maybe I was tired, maybe I'm old, I don't know. But the next game, revenge game, I'm coming out there. I'm snatching all the boards. I'm getting 3 blocks. I'm hitting three threes from the top of the key. I'm getting 7 assists because you got to play the offense through me because I'm the big. We actually do that when I play. And I can pass. What if Clint was a better passer at least, y'all? I'm trying to get 6 assists a game every time I play, though. And those who play with me know that. And I set screens for shots, which I think should be counted as assists. I love doing that because they don't know it's coming. I'm like RKO, screen out of nowhere because I know where my guys are going to be. I know where their pockets are. I know what they can do. I won't shoot sometimes in the game because I'm like, I got enough shooters. I'm going to just rebound and stop my guy from scoring. We're going to win. That's just the mentality. See, we don't have enough players with the mentality just for that aspect of the game, right? That's why I've been on Twitter. If you notice, Intellect ATL, I've been posting people like Anthony Mason, right? Oakley, Oatman, all these different players over the years that other teams have had as stalwarts for 8-10 years. How come the Hawks don't ever have any of those kind of players? Don't you wonder? Aren't you mad about that? The glue of your team? You're not coming in this lane. You're not going to just get this simple layup. How many layups did we give up in this game? We gave up 80 points in the paint. How is that acceptable? And how is nobody making any adjustments? How do you give up 52% from 3 and have a clear conscience about that? Knowing you were about to play a playing game. Your whole season was on the line. We gave up 72 points in the paint to the Chicago Bulls. We gave up 42% from 3 to the Chicago Bulls. Y'all hearing me here? No, I deleted all. Yeah, I had to delete all the videos. So you got to go watch that show. I can't show y'all any of those videos anymore from the Chicago game because I had to delete them for the Pacers game. But go watch the show. IMTN Worldwide Radio on YouTube. Click on Around the ATL Side Notes, Trae Young. Watch the whole show, but at the 1 hour, 20-minute mark or so, I start talking about the Chicago game. And I break it down just like I did here. Points in the paint, second chance points, fast break points, 3-point percentage given up, and the 3 top scorers of the other team. And then what did our guys do? And then I went through all the made shots that Chicago made. Go watch that. You need to watch it. And then again, how is all of this Trae's fault? Because you got to say it. Like, all of this is Trae's fault. It just isn't. Trae gonna give up some shots. because he is short, or whatever you want to call it. But it ain't because he ain't trying to play defense all the time. He gets beat just like everybody else does, and he's out of place sometimes too, but not to the extent of the guys that you think they're never supposed to be. The ones that y'all keep calling 3 and D players and the best defensive players of all time, even though they've never been first, second team all defense, never gotten in defensive player of the year votes ever, Hunter, and still hasn't played 70 games in a season ever, 5 years, making $20 million a year. When was the last time you said, oh, well, Hunter, shut that guy down? And I see people post, well, Hunter has played the best against Luka and stuff, but that's relative to has he shut him down, or is Luka still dropping 35 on us? Oh, well, it's the percentage. No, he's still scoring doggone points. Stop him. Instead of him getting 35 points, he needs to score 18. Now you stopped him. Because now you force other people to have to step up and make up for that difference. Stop him from scoring. I need you to stop him. Stop the best player. I'm going to give y'all this example and I'm going to get out of here. 3 weeks ago now, I played the equivalent of Jalen Johnson on the other team. What happened was I got there late. I usually get there to be in the first game, but I got there late, so I got picked up. And the previous game, we're watching it, and this guy was posting down low and scoring every time they gave him the ball. He wasn't really a jump shooter, but he hit a couple of open shots as well. We play by twos and ones, right? Threes are twos, twos are ones. And the first game, we go to 16. After that, we play to 12. He had 7, 8 points by himself. They won that game going away. And so when we got up there, I said, I'm going to stick him because I'm not going to let him beat us. I didn't care he was faster. I didn't care about all that. I was like, I'm not letting you do whatever you want to do like you were doing in that first game. He scored 1 point. Want to know why? One. Every time he tried to post up, moving you out the way. You ain't getting position. I'm going to make you uncomfortable. And I'm going to make it to where they can't even they already know. They can't just throw the ball to this guy with Chris right there. That's stupid. That's folly. Chris will take it, right? You got up to the top of the key. Now, this guy is fast, lightning fast now, right? Chris, you by yourself, but I got your back. That's my teammates in back of me, so I can give a little bit of space to where he can't just drive by me. I'm going to force you to take that three that you don't really want to take because you can't really hit it. But if you do look like you're about to shoot, guess what? All of this is in your face now. I got to back up to give y'all, because my hand is just that tall. You see what I'm saying? Let's say you try to shoot over that. Because you ain't going to get by me now, and I'm not going to just let you shoot a wide open three. He scored 1 point on me. Because I made it my duty to not let him score. Because I want to win the game. It's just that simple to me. I don't know about everybody else out there, but if you don't have that in you, you got to get somebody to put that in you. And if they can't do that, you got to get somebody else. We don't have enough players on our team to take up the mantle of us being a stopper or a slower downer. That's not a word, a slower downer. Slow someone down. But you can't just continually let people walk up the court with the ball and then drive all the way to the basket and lay it up and then foul them for an and one every time. You can't keep doing that. You can't just let people shoot wide open threes, uncontested. How many uncontested threes did y'all watch me post? You can't let that happen. I Am Legend is the movie I was talking about with Will Smith. I'm not going to let that happen. I'm not going to let this happen. One of the best lines in movie history. I'm not going to let this epidemic, this zombie epidemic, I'm going to fix this. I messed up. I done destroyed the world. I'm going to fix this. I'm not going to let this happen. Somebody on the Hawks got to be, I'm not going to let DeRozan keep hitting wide open threes in our playing game. I'm not going to let Jason Tatum hit this shot. I'm not going to let Brown hit this shot. I'm not going to let Joel Embiid drop 38 points on us. I'm not going to let Maxey drop 30. Trey wasn't there. Why is Joel still getting 38 and Maxey getting 30 if Trey ain't there? If Trey is the reason you can't play defense? Doggone it. Give me an answer. That's what I want to hear. How come all these players in 28 games, Trey Young ain't there, and everybody's still dropping 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 points? Whatever it is. If it's just one player, it ain't one player. That's the answer. People just ain't doing their jobs. People ain't doing their jobs to the best of their ability. And then the coaching staff ain't helping out either by saying, hey, guys, stop over helping. Hey, guys, we got to rotate. Hey, guys, call out your screens. Hey, guys, switch on your screens. Fight through a screen. For crying out loud, fight through a screen. We won't do it. We won't do none of that. But we watch all the other teams in the NBA do it and do it at a rate where they're in the Eastern Conference Finals, Western Conference Finals, and they're in the finals. The Miami Heat have been to how many Eastern Conference Finals in the last 10 years? 12 years, or whatever it is. With different players. Well, I guess at least we're not as bad as the Charlotte Hornets and the Wizards, right? I guess as long as we're not as bad as those guys, right? I guess it's okay. Till next time, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. Oh, by the way, yes, when I get time, I will change the intro of the show and add our new quarterbacks and new players and stuff like that. I just haven't had time. So, yeah, it's happening. I know it's there. I know that. I know y'all been noticing, maybe not said nothing, but I know, y'all keep seeing Ritter on the intro. It is what it is. I just hadn't changed it yet. When I get time, actually, I got a new program, and I'm still kind of fiddling with it. A new editing program software-wise. So whenever I get time, I will redo the intro, take out and add in new people from the new. Actually, what I've been waiting for is the draft and free agency for the Hawks to see what we got. So that way I know what pitchers I'm actually putting in and putting out. So that's what I'm kind of waiting for. So that's really what I've been waiting for. But yeah, I'll change it eventually. But anyway, last but not least, again, thanks for everybody who watched for the last couple of hours. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Hopefully y'all had fun. Again, I'm a Hawks fan for 4 decades. But again, our franchise has not done enough to compete. The Dominique Wilkins team had just enough talent to compete with Hall of Fame teams, but not enough to take them over the top. But those teams had designated people to do their jobs. The rebounders, the people who play the defense, the jump shot people, to compliment the guy who's going to keep you in all the games. He got to score 47 points against the Boston Celtics in Game 7 of the semifinals against Larry Bird in the game. He can do that. Go back and look at that. You only had like a couple of people who, like Doc Rivers, had a good game, 18 and 17 assists, something like that. Randy Whitman, who was only like a 10, 12 a game scorer, had 22 points in that game. If they had somebody else, Wells didn't have a good game that game. If they just had one other player, they could have beat the Boston Celtics in Game 7, got to the Eastern Conference Finals, and you never know what happens at that point. Just got to have enough. It ain't just one person. Michael Jordan with Scottie Pippen, but they also had Pete Myers. They also had Scott Williams and Cliff Livingston and just all Paxson. Paxson wasn't stopping nobody on defense. That wasn't his job. It just wasn't. Kerr wasn't his job. It wasn't. Luke Longley did his job, got the boards, played inside post position defense. Will Purdue. Cartwright. Cartwright can hit a 10-foot jumper, though. Whatever that jump shot was, right? I used to imitate that jump shot back in the day when I was younger. I was like, I got to figure out how he's shooting this. Because, like, how does he dribble? And then I'm like, I almost threw my back out at 20 years old trying to do that jump, right? Or however young I was back then. But everybody did their job to where they won back-to-back NBA championships twice over. Everybody on the Lakers squad with Shaq and Kobe. It was Shaq and Kobe, but you had all those other players intertwined too. You had the Spurs of Tim Duncan in the game. He had all those other players, Bruce Bowen and all those other players over a period of time. Look at what the Hawks have done. Franchise history-wise, that's why I always go through. Here's what we drafted, y'all. Here's what we've drafted in the last 30 years, like 20, whatever. What have we done in free agency? What have we done in trades to complement your best players on your team over a period of time? The Hawks continually do the opposite of what makes sense. Year after year, trying to double down to be like, the way we do is going to work. And it never has. We got 2 Eastern Conference Finals appearances since 1965. Isn't anybody mad about that? So it is. That's what you should be mad at, that all these different owners never really wanted to win. I saw, and I posted this on my Twitter, the Jerry Reinsdorf guy from the Bulls during the Jalen Rose era, right? We're going to do just enough to compete, just enough to almost make it to the playoffs. We got a chance to make some playoff games, and we're going to keep selling out these games, but we ain't going to do too much more than that. I ain't spending no money. That's what Tony is doing. Tony been doing that for 6 years. He's been saying one thing, doing another. Look at our roster. It tells you everything you need to know. And he himself has said it. Oh, it was a mistake for me to not do anything after the ECF appearance and got better instead of staying with what we had. That's my mistake. I won't let it happen again. What did we do last year? We didn't do anything in the offseason. We didn't do nothing at the trade deadline. We didn't buy out not one damn contract. We say exactly that we got worse. 2022 to 2023 season. And here it is, 2023 season going into 2024. Are we going to do the same thing again? We lucked out getting the #1 pick, and we still might mess that up, obviously. We know how that goes, right? We got Marvin Williams. We had Adam Keefe here. Sheldon freaking Williams, people. Y'all remember this, right? It baffles me how people aren't upset about that. 5 things that you need. I'm going to officially go because I got to go now. I see the clock. 5 things that you need to win consistently in any sport. You have to have an owner that wants to win and does what's necessary to win. A general manager that makes wise decisions over a long period of time, not just one and done. Oh, I got that draft pick and it worked out. That's it, though. I made that trade. It got to be constantly having success as a general manager. You have to have a good to great. You have to have the good to great coach. You have to have good to great players. You got to be healthy. How many of those things in Hawks history have we had 2 out of 3, or 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5? Heck, sometimes 1 out of 5, right? Think of as compared to other teams, right? Think about, really think about Hawks history if you're a Hawks fan. Again, I still say there's a lot of people who don't watch games. From year to year, you don't watch 82 games a season of Hawks basketball. You can tell by what they say. I remember when Trey got drafted and we got to the regular season, you got people online. Where's Dennis at? Sometimes on 929 a game, they didn't know who's on your team. One of the reasons I started my own show. I got tired of that. That was just crazy. You're the flagship. What in the world? But you got to have an owner that wants to try to win. Cuban, dude over there in Clipperland. Clipperland has gotten much more competitive since Steve Ballmer got over there and dropping dimes, right? Got them a new stadium over there, balling out of control. His team at least wins games each year. They're not under 500 a whole heck of a lot, are they? No, they are not. Right? OKC over the decades. They had a lull because they got rid of KD in the whole game, but now look at them now. #1 seed in the West. They're competing. They got stuff. They got picks for the millennia, right? Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics have been in the playoffs and the Eastern Conference Finals so much that you got Brown has more points than everybody. for the fact that they played so many games? That's crazy. That's crazy. But the Hawks said, nah, we're good. We just going to keep it like it is. And TLC, he'll be all right. And, we'll get this player. And, we got the Trash Brothers now. They'll be all right, too. And, we're just going to 12 points a game average for your career. That's cool. It ain't no biggie, And the only other person who scored, who's second leading scorer on our team, just get rid of him, too, And, yeah. And y'all are cool with that. Y'all are cool with it. Some of y'all, not everybody, but that's the whole premise. Because we keep going to the games like that. Because all Tony cares about is the Gulch, and we sell out. And swag surfing. The Gulch, we sell out, swag surfing. And charging $40 for a pork sandwich that's cold. And chips. I'm a season ticket holder, I know. You see what I'm saying? That gets me upset. Just the audacity that this is okay. It's cool from going from the Omni to Phillips Arena to State Farm. State Farm is one of the best arenas in the league. It's one of the best basketball atmospheres you can have. Playoffs especially. But we need to be able to win. We can't be on national TV and getting the brakes beat off of us by Boston on ESPN, and then you swag surfing. I got up and walked out. I'm already fighting Boston fans all night, trying to give people uppercuts, be like, man, we coming back. No, we getting blown out. And then you had the nerve to do swag surfing anyway? That's Doris Burke down there. That's Fred. What in the world? I left. I drove 2 hours to Atlanta. I got to go 2 hours home for that because I don't live in Atlanta. Season ticket holder. That just gets me mad. I want to see my team compete. They're not going to win every game. They need to be able to compete, though. Don't y'all want that? We need to have a chance to win every game. And when you see what I just showed y'all against the Pacers, my God, right? Oh, well, Clint didn't play. Clint played in Chicago game. We gave up 72 points in the paint instead of 80. What are we talking about? Go watch the game. You see what I'm saying? I have a show talking about Clint. I got a show talking about Hunter. I got 2 shows talking about Hunter, actually. I got a show talking about John, Trey, and Murray. Go watch all the shows. I break all this stuff down to be like, we're supposed to be better and we're not. And here are the real reasons why. Not what you hear out there, not what you speculate, but here's what's actually going on. I showed y'all a lot of it. This is game to game, the game to game, the game to game. Same stuff. And until that is fixed, we can't compete. We either have to get that fixed on the coaching side, defense coaching side. We got to get that guy, or you got to get the players who are natural attuned to knowing what to do in a situation. If you're not going to coach it, we got to get the guys who know how to do it already. Because we don't have it right now. I just showed y'all again in the second game, out of 83 games that we played this year. Y'all take care. Y'all have a nice rest of the weekend. If y'all don't see me again until next week, let me go ahead and play the outro real quick. And make sure y'all spread the word. Y'all let people know about the show. I appreciate that, the support so far. But I'm looking to get regular back in the shows. A lot of stuff has happened. I don't want to get into that again. Regular again. So please support. Hopefully y'all enjoy the content. Hopefully y'all enjoy how I put this together. I put a lot of work in it, hours and hours and hours. But I like to speak towards what actually happens, not just make stuff up and because it sounds good. I don't like that. I hate that. I loathe it. Okay. And I play basketball. So this is it's the principle of it all. There's things that, again, we want to play basketball here in Atlanta, right? I just want to see us have a chance to win it all at once. When we all became Atlanta Hawks fans, we knew we hadn't won a championship yet. We also knew there was a chance we would never win one, and we stayed Hawks fans. We just want to see us have a chance. We've had 2 chances. The first time we had no chance in the world because we didn't have anybody on that team, the 60-win team, that could elevate their game. Even though they had the skills to do it, they didn't have it in them to do it. Al Horford, we needed him to be 24 and 12 each game and stop Tristan Thompson. Or Jeff Teague to be Teague time the whole time. We didn't have a chance in that series. Not a chance. We should have beat them. We could have beat them, but we had no shot. Second time we had a chance to get to the finals, we all know the injury. We would have made the finals if Trey hadn't gotten hurt. The game showed that. What he did by himself showed that. We were that close. And technically, we're still not that far away. Relatively. Look at the East. We should have made the Eastern Conference Finals this year. We lost 21 games by 7 points or less, folks. We weren't that far away. 118 points a game should be enough to win games. We just wouldn't stop nobody. And it ain't just Trae Young. I showed y'all that. How many layups did we give? Up. How many three-pointers wide open did we give? Up. Watch. Go back and watch the show after it's over. You let me know what you think. Of course, next show, I'll be talking about I don't even know who we played, but game 81 will be the next game that you see on Around the ATL Side Notes. Look out for the next full 2-hour show in the near future, probably next week. Till then, y'all have a nice weekend. Be safe. Stay in the house if you got to. People are crazy out here nowadays, right? Y'all take care. Peace.
Thank you.